Nice. Perfect.
Alright, so last time on Waterdeep, you guys found yourself with the possession of a new manor, Trollskull Manor in the North Ward. It's in a bit of a disarray, but you guys spent a day cleaning up at least most of the cobwebs and the dust and stuff like that on the second floor, so that your bedrooms are, like livable. Still a bit dangerous because of all the walls and the floors that are in disrepair, and the wood is a bit rotten. But yeah, you guys managed. After that, you guys departed to Mount Waterdeep because you had received a quest from Vajra Safar, the Blackstaff, to investigate a recluse who lives up there, Halam the monk. You guys traveled up there, spent most of the day walking, encountered a manticore, encountered some thugs that were impersonating the watch, and finally encountered the monk himself, who gave you a warning. You pass on this warning to the Blackstaff, who proceeded to thank you and introduced both Willem and Max to the Grey Hands. You guys received your insignias, departed, and went your separate ways.
What was the warning again? Someone's got it, right? Taco, you have it. It's Chris.
Chris, I mean, I have it somewhere, but Chris wrote it.
Chris, what was the warning again? Yeah, just so it fresh in my brain.
I think it was from memory. It was Evil's twin hides his face, but that will change before Summer's End.
Yeah, okay, cool.
It's like the Avatar story. Okay, Winter's End. Never mind. Summer's End. That's Avatar.
Okay.
It's definitely Summer's End, so change that. I might have said it wrong.
No, Summer's End sounds more familiar to me.
All right, so I believe Max, you went back to your house, your parents' house in the seaport. And Chet, you went to the dockward to go find your companion Derek to investigate this rumor that elves are being, assassinated in the night. Mordai and Willem, you guys went back to Trollskull Manor. So let's. Oh yeah, and the mysterious man that was sitting in the tap room.
Oh yeah, I remember that mysterious man.
There we go. I wasn't streaming my own voice. There we go. That's better.
Okay. Glad you called it.
Yeah.
Right. So let's do. I mean, Max, you go back to your house. No one appears to be present currently.
My mansion. Alright, I ask. I'll go find our, butler.
Okay. You found your butler. Does he have a name?
Yeah, Jeeves, obviously.
Jeeves.
That's what we assign.
Jeeves,
you got something to ask him there?
I'll be like, oh.
When he hears the door, he walks up and says, "Ah, Master Vellini."
Yes,
it's been a while.
You remember my last name? Good. I'm like, yeah.
I had to look over. I'm sorry.
Yes. It's been a little while, but yeah, I'm back. Do you know where Mother and Father are?
Oh, the missus is to the theater. She is preparing for the big show. Your father, he departed only recently. I believe he'd grown quite worried because he had not returned for the night.
And he went to try to contact the guard, or do you know?
He left in a bit of a rush. I at first believed you would also just join the missus at the opera, but now I heard him overhear some mumbling that he would pursue some. You can see he's growing quite uncomfortable talking to this about you. Some leads.
Sorry, what?
I fear he was looking for you on the streets. Master Valini.
God, I was only gone the night.
Well, you know how he can be. He likes to know the situation. He likes to be in control.
All right. I kind of like look like.
But
in that...
I assure you, now that you have returned to the house, he will be happy and satisfied.
Great. Well, I'm gonna be off a bit, like just popping in to see them. But I kind of think it's like I'll be home tonight, 100%, and I gotta talk to them. I kind of you got some paper, man.
Man.
Yeah. He walks to a nearby desk in the lobby and pulls out an ink pot and paper.
Okay.
Of course, master.
All right, so I just like I kind of write a note like it's like sorry to worry you father. I was out on an important I kind of struggle for like an important subject, I guess. But I have exciting news to tell you. I will be home before late tonight. And I kind of just kind of signed it with a flow so he knows everything. And I just like hand it
on the table.
Like, will you make sure to give this him when he returns?
Of course, Master Valini.
Thank you. And I kind of
now, if I may inquire, where will you be heading off to?
I've got some mates. We were just gonna hang out a bit. It's a lovely day,
I see.
I kind of think, but I might grab some. I kind of like look around the house. What do I want to grab from the house? Now I'm here. And I might grab some food. I kind of go find the kitchen where the cook is and ask them make me a packed lunch.
Sure, lady. Do you have a name for her?
She's Mrs. Bread. I don't know.
Mrs. Bread.
I refuse.
Nice.
Oh, Mrs. Dumpling. Is that better?
Mrs. Dumpling. Sure.
I like it.
She makes you a quick lunch.
Excellent.
Mrs. Bread. You should sure as well. So if you had something decent.
What do you mean?
Sure, Mrs. Bread.
I didn't choose her name, Jack.
No, Mrs. Dumpling is. Mrs. Dumpling is good. Mrs. Bread.
Yeah, Mrs. Dumpling is fine.
Mrs. Baker,
okay,
Baker.
so.
Yeah.
This next down.
And then I'll just head out.
All right.
And I'll head back towards where is the opera house out of interest?
The opera house is near the market. If you're on the map, it is about here.
Okay. And do I know what show she's going to see? Like,
she's not going to see a show. She's preparing because your parents are.
Do I know the show she's
the music accompaniment for like an upcoming big show, but you're not quite sure.
Big show.
What it is.
Yeah, I don't really listen, but I could pop in and say hey to her. Yeah, she'll be there like most of the day, right? Like speak rehearsal. Okay, like I guess on the way to like there, I'll kind of like pop in. I'm assuming like they would like. This is like where like the bands and stuff played well, right? So like I would be recognized at the door.
Yeah, you've been there before like a few times, either for private tutoring or like in a small group of performance that you were pushed into by your parents.
Exactly, sure. So I will like kind of head there on the way, I guess, to the Trollskull Manor.
Okay.
I thought you lived like over here. In the sea ward, I mean.
Yeah, I live in the Sea Ward.
So it's a bit of a detour.
I mean, it's out of the way, but like it's like south and then up. It's fine. I go to the market, it's not that far.
Just a little.
You're right. Maybe I don't go see her.
Evaluate this from a teenage perspective.
I kind of think,
It's a lot of fucking walking, like,
You're right.
It is. It's like an extra hour, I think. Like
what is that for? An extra hour? Not an hour.
Yeah,
like
50.
Nah,
if you go straight, up and City, it's like a few hours. So this is quite.
I'm really bad at feet. Like this is like, what do you mean an hour? This is like 500 meters, right? No, it's like a kilometer. This is like 10-minute walk.
Yeah, it's like
an hour.
It's crowded.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly to scale this map, but I looked it up and like going from north to south is like I think 3 hours.
Crowded,
3 hours.
Yeah, north to south's a long way. Like,
I mean that's like
3 miles.
5 kilometers.
Yeah.
3 hours would be a bit of a slow place.
Yeah, but like through a city, like it's not like. Think about this bit here. This bit you could take like 2 minutes just getting through this intersection. Like.
I'll say if you because they're big streets. If you go north to south, it's gonna add like an extra 45 minutes to your journey. Back
then I was like, maybe just popping on the way, whatever. Or like not popping away, but wouldn't be a big deal. Yeah. But now I'll just head toward the alley. She'll see the noted well. It's fine.
Sure. Okay. Right, so Max starts heading back to the Trollskull Manor. Let's do Jets. You departed the group still pretty close to the dock wars, right? You were around Mount Waterdeep. You didn't go back to Blacksmith Tower with the others. You decided to go from there towards the dock ward.
Instead of going through, I would just keep walking towards the dock.
Yeah. So it doesn't take you that long. And you remember you were pointed towards a ship called the Gambit, where Derek is working as a shipwright. You, after a bit of like searching around, the docks are currently really busy. I mean, there's always activity, but this is out of the ordinary. You see, what catches your eye is like 3 huge ships that are clearly exotic. They're like in almost an elven style. They have like a dark blue paint on the dark blue paint on the wood, and they are unloading like stuff for the upcoming festival. You assume like there's carnival materials, there's exotic beasts and stuff like that. And you also, what's interesting about these ships is that you see, at first you believe them to be metal statues, but they are moving about on the ship. They are carrying, they're helping with the carrying, the cleaning. Some of them are just like on display, like on the what do you call it?
Do they look like golems, or do they look like what are they called again? The thing Chris played in.
No, they're different from Warforged. Warforged are like bulky, like suits almost. These are more like C3POs, yeah, like they're humanoid in form, very slender, and like rickety, and almost like from Wizard of Oz, stuff like that. After a bit of searching around, you do find the Gambit, and on the docks next to the ship, you see the Gambit is currently in repairs, and you see Derek, who is a hulking Goliath, bald. He is wearing like an open vest, and like a bandana. And he's currently being shouted at to hurry it up. You're like, hurry it up, you oaf! Come on, we have work to do. And he's like, just like happily treading along. He's not the most intelligent, but for ships wise, he's a bit of a savant.
Okay.
So
if I would see that they're in, really in busy times, to get what they're doing done quickly, I would essentially just hang about and wait until things calm down before I would approach.
Okay. But you said it's like relative, like within eyesight, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. You see that the guy who shouted at him is currently like heaving a large wooden plank with another man, like they're having trouble, and Derek is basically like a plank of similar size. He's just casually like walking behind them without any issue. After they drop those planks off near the ship, he turns around and like he spots you obviously, and he raises a hand and walks up to you. He when he gets close, he says, "Hey, Jets."
It's been a while, Derek.
Indeed, it has.
Seems to be quite busy on the docks, more than usual.
Busy means work.
Works good.
How goes your path?
Treading. It's been starting to speed up, I feel. Found some good ground to tread. I've been hearing a little bit about some trouble on the docks. It seems like someone's targeting some of our knife-eared friends in the city.
Knife-eared?
Elves, half-elves.
Hmm. Yes, I heard one of our sailors ran into trouble the other night. Well, if they keep to the ship, it is no issue.
Because you wouldn't know if anyone's aware of some more information. Some of
I heard. I heard a tavern that is frequented by these knife-eared friends. I don't. Muleskull Tavern, I believe it is called. I don't know. I don't drink myself. It clouds the mind.
I'm well aware, my friend. Well, I guess you're better off getting back to work. It seems your boss is getting a bit impatient.
Oh, he is not my boss. He is just an oaf. The tavern you're looking for, it is right over there. And he points towards like the main dock streets, like it's called the Ship Street, I believe, or Dock Street. Yeah, here.
Yeah, Dock Street.
And you can see like the Muleskull Tavern right there.
Okay. Can you ping it on the maps? I see where I am and stuff.
Yeah, well, let me just go to the interactive map and to make sure I have the position correct. You're right. Okay, yeah, it is right like here. Thing right here. So like on the corner of the Dock Street, around here. Yeah, do you ask anything else, or do you say your goodbyes?
No, I would. Thank you for your time, Derek. If you hear anything about free strings, just I would also be interested in that. It seemed.
I heard of your friends. I am sorry.
It's more of a terms of a favor.
I will keep an ear out. Greet the master for me. I will not return to the temple often in these times.
Will do.
Okay, he gives you a warm smile and starts turning around with the rest of his equipment. Okay.
I would start walking back to the temple. Never get a good read on that guy. Just walk back to the.
Yeah. Like during that whole conversation, he just had like a blank expression. His heart, like his emotions. Take a time to travel in concordance with what he's saying. Okay, but you go back to the temple.
Essentially, just what I do. Like, unless someone, I would normally just greet Elder Mood, but other than that, I would just go. I would toss 20 gold. Just give it to the temple.
Nice.
And other than that,
basically get a donation box or something like that.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay, cool.
And then I would head back. Like I also, I would just, and then I would go back to Full Skull Alley.
All right. So you're gonna arrive a little later than Max still. Okay, so let's go back to Mordai and Willem. You guys have just stepped foot into the tap room of the Trollskull Manor, and you found a mysterious man sitting there. This man is dressed in fine clothes. He has your muted. He has a thin, like a pencil thin mustache, like slicked black and back hair.
Oh, slicked back black hair. Ooh, maybe.
Yeah, it's very fancy. And he was staring at the floor when you guys arrived, and once you step in, he looks up at you, and he said something. I think he says,
something about Max.
I must ask you, who are you? And where is Marius?
That's his real name. That's right.
What do you mean? I don't know that guy. We don't know him, guys.
And he's looking at you with angry eyebrows.
Angry eyebrows.
20 bond.
Kind of look at him.
Hey.
Does he look anything like Max?
I've called white.
It's hard to say. This guy's in his late 40s. Max is clearly, he's still very young.
So, like, okay, right age to be, like, a father or of that generation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have white hair, Completely different.
Yeah, he's white hair, but you're not sure if that's dyed or not.
I don't know what he's suggesting.
You think? Yeah, I mean.
Dyed? I thought it was a wig.
Roll a perception check. Let's see.
Yeah, okay, I can do that.
See if your character was.
That's a button I have. One of my many +4 checks.
Ian, I think it would be fair to say that your father shares some facial features. So
Got the same nose.
The sharp chin,
There's like a bit of similarity there.
Yeah, there's a bit of similarity. If you try and go for that connection, you can certainly find it.
Okay, so I say, we aren't actually open yet, but it probably doesn't bother someone with enough money, does it? Are you Marius's father, by a chance?
Who's Marius?
Of course.
Max's real name.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I think you may have come looking erroneously. I think he's gone to one of your houses looking for you.
Yeah. I just not. Yep.
And who might you be? I heard he was traveling with hooligans. Are you his drug dealers? Are you gang members?
I wish. Well,
What is this?
Hooligans? Or drug dealers?
Well, let's
Ignore the
not
gang member comment.
necessarily say that we've never. No, it doesn't. Point is, it doesn't matter. Proud hooligan and employee at Greystaff Tower, Willem of Neverwinter. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Sorry. Sorry, your son doesn't talk about it very much.
He waves Jonathan Vellini. I do not have time for pleasantries. He takes out a golden pocket watch. And he stands up, but he's not leaving. But he stands up to face you at eye height, and says, "What? And what of this?" And he looks around. Is this your hideout?
Just something of a spontaneous project.
Look, Marius, he has no place being here. He has no purpose here. He is a Vellini. He has a greater destiny ahead for him, and you will not stand in that path.
I know you can't actually make your eye twinkle, but I like to imagine there's a slight twinkle in Raven's eye.
You got prestigitation.
Got a little bit of a twinkle. So I say, I think you may be surprised by which destiny ends up superseding which.
Do you really? I will not debate this any further. I am his father, and I know what is best for him.
Ooh boy. That's not gonna end well, Mr. Vellini.
We're not even the one you need
And
to
I'm
debate it with.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest, the choice is entirely Max's.
I recognize this. Alright, if you see Max, tell him to hurry on home. We have much to discuss, and he will not be leaving it for a while.
I kind of, sort of in a slightly mocking way, but a graceful sort of, a gesture towards the exit,
Okay.
Stand aside with a sort of a half bow.
Mr. Vellini.
You see him look at the floor to try and avoid any dirty areas, even though that's impossible. Like
Yeah.
actually, it's all dirty. And
Whoa,
yeah,
hey,
you,
hang on. No, we didn't
Whoa,
team this
no,
floor yet.
whoa.
No, this
yeah,
is
you have to do
still.
this project.
Yeah. We've probably got
You
like a
can
load
see
of junk
the-
that
you
was
can
like
see the
previously
footsteps
thrown
in
out
the
of
dust.
windows. It's like he has to pick his way over like the chairs and stuff when he gets out the door. Like, as it kind of as a go on. As like a parting shot once he's left, I'll say, come back once we're open. We'll make sure to stock something fancy.
He doesn't reply to that.
Yeah.
You can see him walk out of the alley, rushing towards something. Okay, so that happens. Quickly, as he departs, what do you guys? The two of you.
I guess at that I say, I turn to Mordai and say, speaking of which, do you have any connections that could supply us with, food and drink if we wanted to get this place open? You're a guy who knows guys.
I'm gonna ask around.
Alright, that's worth bearing in mind, I think. So he seemed like an asshole.
Yeah. I feel that's a little bit of an understatement.
You can see where Max gets the whiny bitch in him.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Yeah.
Alright.
Well, this shop might be a problem.
I think we should let Max be the judge of that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not always been right, but I trust him enough to make the call as far as his family's concerned.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? I make also a mental note. Oh, sorry. I thought you said I don't know. No. I also make a mental note to tell Max that I called him Max in front of his father, and his father's next words were, "I accept that." Maybe he'll get like a rush of happiness from it. Yeah, so we're expecting the others to sort of turn up, like they just had stuff to do. You gave us a list of upgrades, Jacko. I'm assuming there's not really a kind of convenient way that we would be able to just renovate our area and leave everyone else to pay for that. It's sort of you do all the windows, you can't just do okay.
Not well.
The carpenter fix
Yeah,
everything.
you can obviously prioritize windows. If you just only the second floor, for example, obviously it won't cost the same amount.
Yeah. Where do we get our price list from? Or was that?
That's the appraisal that Jet made.
Jet made. Okay. Does when Jet gave us
amount of time, go over it.
When he gave us the appraisal, did he indicate that he had specific people in mind who'd got offers from, or that's just roughly what it would cost? If I went out and started looking for a craftsperson, would that be, or do I got the idea that Jet already knows who he wants to do it?
I don't think Jet
I would say it was a rough estimate.
Okay, he just described as a rough estimate.
If you find a cheap one, it would always be cheaper. If you find an expensive,
sure. All right. Okay. No, I just wondered what impression I got. Okay, in that case, with the time, I'd because there's a few other sort of, apart from the Genasi Smith couple, there's a few sort of workmen or craftsman types around Troll Skull Alley, right? Or did I make that up?
Yeah.
So
there's a few shops around.
Okay. Sure. Is there anyone who looks like they'd be in the right kind of business to do some of the work on the?
Yeah. Well, obviously, there's a smithy of the two Genasi. They can probably do some of the metalworking. That is going to be required in the windows and stuff like that. If you're looking for that kind of upgrade. Otherwise,
about
there's
that
only
rock that fell on Max. I don't know if the windows are the first thing I want to replace in this place.
those are bricks, right? So
if you're looking for woodwork, there is the bent nail, which is well, you haven't been there yet, but you've seen there's displays of wooden.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'll go there. I'll take this time to do a kind of full loop of the alley and see what all the business. I don't know if Mordai wants to come with, but I just want to check out and see. Sure, and see who could do what for us. So the bent nail is a sort of.
You guys go explore the alley. Let me just give me a moment. All right, so let's see.
Cha-cha-cha-cha.
Cha-cha-cha-cha.
Da-da-da-da.
There we go. Da-da-da. Just make sure I have it all set up. Yeah. Because that's there. Yeah, so like on as you depart the manor, on your right, immediately at the next door is the bent nail, and that is let me see. Yeah, that is the shop that has wooden furniture and carvings and even like wooden weapons and stuff like that. On display, you can see the front of the shop has like big windows to display all this stuff. Next, on the opposite side, so on the left side of Dorskell Manor, there is the weird house that is pretty remarkable in how unremarkable it is, except for the cat eye as a sign above the door. Let's see. Next to that is the Bookworm's Treasure, which is like a magic shop. You feel?
Okay. Sounds
and,
nice.
Let's see. And like south of the manor, like there's a little like if you go past it, there's like a little alley. South of it is the potion shop. It's like an herbalist called Corellan's Crown. And Morda, you actually know. Well, you don't know her, but you know the owner is a friend of your mom. She is also part of the Guild of Apothecaries, and you know she's called Fala Lafayette.
Okay.
Other than that, let's see if there's anything else. No, those are all the shops. I mean, the alley is obviously comprised of more buildings than that, but they're just residential areas.
Sure.
You see some people, like a lot of people actually on various balconies, like watering plants and just enjoying the sun because it's a very nice day out. Oh, and interestingly, as you no, never mind. You guys don't notice. Okay, but so where do you want to go?
The bent nail sounds like a decent first stop.
Considering
Because so yeah, like given the look of the place, I'm imagining they're going to be able to help us to some degree with the hole in the roof, the water damage,
the
furniture.
The sign.
And the sign, probably, yeah. Like that's the kind of things on this list. So you know what? If get nothing else done today, let's get ourselves a good-looking sign.
Cool. Yeah, you guys go towards the bent nail. You see above the door is like not very subtle. Is like a sign with a nail that is bent.
Fucking genius sign, mate.
Who could have thought?
Right.
Oh, no,
and
next time.
yeah, as you walk in, you can see. Like opposite the door is a counter with a half-elf standing behind it, and behind the half-elf is like a wall filled with like exquisite like wooden canes, shields, weapons, stuff like that. And in the showroom area of the shop is like furniture, chairs, tables, and even a bed.
Nice.
And the half elf is currently like you can only see like part of their face. They're going through something in behind the counter.
I'll just peruse the merchandise, give things a look until he seems not busy doing whatever it is he's doing.
Okay. Yeah. So after like 30 seconds. He's got like a stack of papers from behind the counter, put them on the table, and stands up and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, customers. Of course, come in." And he waves you over to the counter.
Yeah, howdly doodly, neighbor. We just moved in next door, so to speak. Well, we're not really next door to this one, right? We're like a little bit away.
No, this is your next door neighbor.
Oh, this is our next door. Okay,
yeah.
So we just moved in next door. You might have seen the place. Firstly, got a load of scrap timber that maybe you could. I'm not trying to sell it to you. You can frankly just have it. But yeah, there's some woodwork that we think might be in the immediate necessary future for us, and we thought we'd come here and have a chat with you about it.
You're the new neighbors. Well, pleasure to meet you.
I am
Taliesin Nova Fellbranch. Pleasure to meet you.
I am Willem of Neverwinter. This is
More or less.
I surely
Dr.
hope you
Wilson.
last longer than the last couple of residents. But
So do we.
hearing of your wood situation, I believe you've already made more steps regarding that than the previous occupants. I'd love to
Good sign.
gather any remaining woodwork you need. I am always in need of it.
Speaking of good signs, Mordai, actually, on the list of things we're looking for
Mhm.
is a good sign. We need one out the front. It tells people it's a good place, even if it doesn't necessarily look like it throughout the rest of the year.
Oh, you're planning to open the inn up again?
Yeah, I mean, why the hell not? We've got an inn, may as well open it.
I suppose so. It's a form of income, I guess. I mean, I'm certainly not complaining. It will certainly spicing up the neighborhood again. Lovely.
Neighborhood being particularly unspicy recently?
Well, you've heard the rumors, I'm sure. They attract attention, but not really the attention we're mostly looking for. And they're usually not interested in the fine works that I provide.
Makes sense. Fair
And, I get by.
Yeah, I see how it is.
So, what were you looking for in terms of this sign?
Well, we should obviously, have a name. Wait, did we have a name for the group last session? I can't remember if we...
No, we never got on.
Yeah, no.
No.
The missing, right?
It was the Beatles.
Oh no, sorry, the missing was our group name for the Pathfinder campaign.
That's it.
I was like,
Yeah. That doesn't make any sense in the context of this campaign.
The Found. We could be the Found.
Okay.
Found.
Let's say,
Missing in the Found. What a band name.
The Beatles.
I say, okay, you're right. I went one logical step down this path, and you've highlighted the fact that the sign is not the first thing we should make.
Well, if I may offer a suggestion, there used to be a sign. It was pretty obvious. It was the skull of a troll.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can see how the whole area got its name.
Right? I mean,
I
it's a
don't
bit
know where
weird,
we'd
but
get.
if you
Actually,
make it,
I do know where we'd get one of those.
if you make it a bit stylized, I am sure
Huh.
I can carve it into some wood, or if you possess a
It's
real
an intriguing
troll skull,
suggestion.
perhaps you could hang it up. But
We'll bounce it off the wall, not the skull. The idea. We'll think about it. But actually, no. Forget the sign for now. What we could really use, a functional note, is a bit of the old furniture. Do you want to come around and have a look and see what we'd be in need of? We'd need to outfit quite a lot of rooms.
sure thing, neighbor. That'll give me a chance to inspect this wood as well that I'm taking off your hands.
Yes, come over and inspect my wood
Guys,
upstairs.
Wood is a normal wood, okay? Right. Yes, go upstairs. Unzip.
I lock the door.
He's like, here's my wood, all ready for you.
Okay,
There's
so
no
no,
lock, sadly.
because Jet estimated the furniture would be 50, so I just want to take him through the house and sum total okay, we want this amount of stuff, and they could have beds and just kind of chairs and stuff around tables, desks and stuff in the library. Did that include doing furniture in the bar area downstairs as well? That estimate?
Yeah, that's.
Oh, nice. Okay, so yeah.
And that would be, I'm guessing, replace the furniture that's already there. If you want to add additional
Right,
furniture
yeah,
that wasn't
exactly.
there before.
Yeah, sure.
It's
But,
the
it
basics.
was already pretty well equipped. Well, not pretty. It had all the furniture that was necessary, right? There was nothing that was obviously missing. Yeah.
You can tell just by the room size and stuff. There may have been some furniture before that is currently missing, even before you guys threw it all out. So there's room for you to improve.
Okay. But for now, I just want to replace all the furniture we've got rid of. I just want to have a functional amount of furniture.
Give you the name of this guy.
Yeah, it was a fucking long ass
It's a
stupid elfin
yeah.
piece of shit.
It's Tali Solvenar Felbranch.
Jesus Christ, that name.
It's like the fucking faraway tree character. What was this? I can't remember. We met.
I feel like they used fantasy name generator for this one.
This is
Yeah, and as you guys are walking him to the house, he says, "Well, it's a good thing you came to me. Actually, I'm a member of the Carpenters Guild. You don't want to be caught out doing handiwork on your own. It's quite a fine."
It's not actually just the two of us. There's a couple of other sort of,
Oh,
types.
you guys are not a couple then?
No, I'm not into tales.
No.
Euphemism intended.
Sorry. I assumed because you were moving in together, but that's a lovely friendship then.
I mean,
It is a bigger business venture. They're business partners.
Okay. And you have put all your funds into the tavern then, I'm assuming?
Um,
I put all my funds into my pocket. I'm planning on putting some of it into the tavern as we move on. We didn't come about this place in the most typical way. It just sort of fell into our laps. There's a little bit of chaos of the world, so to say.
It's funny how those things work out. Well, let's hope that they do.
Yeah, all times.
Let's hope that they do. So as you guys get close to the house, we agreed that you guys threw all the furniture outside the window, and it's like sitting next to the house, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he sees this giant pile, and it goes a bit like his positive expression drops a bit. Ooh, oh my! I don't quite know if this wood is still usable in any situation whatsoever.
You could burn it.
But I am sure we can burn it.
It has not become impermeable fire during the.
Well then, let's see what the damage is like inside, shall we? He kind of waits for you guys to.
Yeah, we'll take him. I care more about the actual buildings we're living in, so I'll take him around the back and up those stairs first.
Sure. Yeah.
Like,
You guys.
Mordai, yours is the master bedroom, right?
Yeah.
We want to impress this guy, so we'll go there first and let Mordai talk through what he's looking for. Show him the goods.
So this guy, he can only do like furniture. He can't like fix the floor walls themselves. And, that's damage beyond.
That's cool.
He's like a wood carver. If you have any like specific requests of like the type of furniture that you want, you can certainly pass it on to him.
Okay.
Little, maybe like a little bit of a gothic twist. Sort of like
Little
Interesting.
weird like carvings into the bedposts and stuff like that.
Yeah, like bed legs that sort of like curve and like balance precariously and stuff. Exactly.
Maybe some black drapes.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Well, obviously he can't do that, but you can imagine it. Yeah, he's very good,
You can make the bed that allows for drapes.
It's not too crazy. You don't want
And
to.
Mordai? Nothing too crazy.
Nothing too crazy. Like my associate over here.
He just wants a throne carved of skulls.
Well, I do say that tieflings usually have the oddest requests. It's something of their none. I do not mean to generalize, of course.
I mean, it depends on the situation. I don't concern myself much with crazy types of furniture, Okay. I'm not most of an indoor person too much.
If you're looking for any standard furniture, I believe you've already seen some of my examples in my shop. Would that be okay?
Yeah, I would say so. As long as it does not break too quickly.
Well, I can certainly say that my products don't break too quickly. That would be bad advertising.
Exactly. I have full trust in your abilities.
Oh, that is lovely to hear. I believe we'll be good neighbors after all.
I am certain.
Okay, guys, make an insight check.
One of my many. Oh, it's actually not one of my many +4s. Nope. Thank God we got more there.
Oh, 17 is actually not bad.
Okay, so
for a +3.
You're looking at this guy, and he's very positive, and he's not lying. Like he's just doing like the selling spiel that you're familiar with, but there's a deep sadness hidden behind his positivity. But he's like, okay, well, then after we've done all the floors, we can go back to the shop. You can pick out the furniture yourself, and I'll have someone deliver them today.
I kind of like glance out the window at his shop and say, "Very free delivery, so kind. You really needn't go to the effort."
Well, it is still quite heavy. You know, I wouldn't want to impose that kind of effort.
It's true. We don't have any particularly strong individuals in our employ. If you've got someone,
I fear I'm not blessed in that department myself.
I evaluate him, Decker. What's his strength?
He is weaker than you.
Dweeb!
You can take him, man. You can take him.
Take him, I can lash out.
But his hands they do have like a lot of calluses from.
Okay.
The hard-working man.
But everyone knows woodwork is a dex check.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a hand baby.
Yeah.
You have the right tool.
So, talk me through the damage. If I wanted to outfit the whole place, what would it set us back?
For the
Replace everything that was busted up.
Well, it would certainly cost a decent chunk of money. I would say upwards, especially if you want to customize. I would say, considering that into the price, 65 gold?
Yeah, alright. I give him 65 gold.
You just hand it to her?
I just handed him.
he uses both hands. Oh my. So you... Okay. Wealthier than your clothes leave the impression on, but that's smart, you know.
I look at my clothes, like been through a couple of sewers, and you know.
Yeah. It's very, very smart of you. It means people will be less shallow with you. I've noticed.
Yes, that was what I was going for.
Well then, I will put this in the vault and get the orders ready for you. Is there anything else for now?
Not for now.
I think for now we're good, yeah.
Well, if there's anything I can do, if there's a barbecue planned, don't hesitate to invite me.
Who do you know?
I'll see you around, neighbors.
Who do you know out of interest who could do the I'm thinking brick repair and windows, those sort of things. Probably separate people, but if you know anyone who could do either.
Right, brick repair and windows. Let me see real quick. So many guilds. Well, Placerers guilds. What's a plasterer?
Plasterer? Plasterer?
Yeah, but it has an I next to it.
Oh, that I don't know.
Let's see. Yeah, but he says, yeah, of course. I have some connection in the guild of stonecutters, masons, and the glass blowers. They can certainly help you out in that regard. And he gives you the address of the guild and a specific person.
Cool. I take the information.
Like all of the guilds obviously
Sure.
are located in the trade world,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's a bit of a track.
I looked it up, by the way. Apparently, plasterers is just some stupid English, old-fashioned way of writing plasterers, but they are.
Okay.
The worshipful company of plasterers is one of the livery companies in the city of London. Blah blah blah. Royal Charter 1501. Blah blah blah. Still use the stupid spelling. Blah blah blah. But yeah, they do plaster.
Plaster, okay.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like white stuff that makes walls.
Oh, okay. I know what it is.
That's not really a very good description, but it's fucking close enough.
Yeah, so you're gonna need the plasterers guild, you're gonna need the roofers guild, you're gonna need the glass blowers guild if you want like actual windows, and the masons as well.
Yeah, I think the hole in the roof is expensive, and that's like going to be one like big chunk that we'll do at some point where we're hella wealthy. But after furniture, I think windows and brickwork and like plastering and stuff are the important ones. So, but now I'm out of money, so I'll wait for the others to get around to get back so we can discuss it with them. I assume they don't take too much longer to turn up.
Talis Solvenar, he says his goodbyes. He's gonna work on the furniture.
Excellent.
And you guys are left alone for a bit. Let's say it's gonna be like just a little while more before, I'd say 10 minutes before Max gets back. What are you guys doing? Just chilling in the tap room?
Yeah, just hang out with Mordai, you know.
Okay.
Learn more about the man. I'll ask him more about like his contacts and stuff. I was asking earlier, like whom he might know could help, and just like generally probe him and try and figure out to what degree he's a fucking gangster.
I mean,
roll a d10 for a gangster, Tom.
Tom, concerning the contacts you have, you're pretty low level in the Centrum. You know, obviously there's people that deal with money, there's people that deal with all areas of trade basically, but you don't know like specifics because you're kept at the ground level.
Yeah. I mean, I would say as much as I don't know. Like, I'm pretty much entry level. You know, perhaps hoping to rise up a bit at some point, but like still, most of my contacts will be going to Yagra first and asking for assistance. Probably have success, hopefully. She tends to point me in the right direction.
How likely do you think Davil's Starson would be to grant us a short-term loan to get this place, looking good?
I have no idea.
Alright.
I cannot read that man.
So yeah, at this point, Max walks in.
Max!
Oh, I didn't run into my dad along the way. Excellent.
I say Max.
He actually had to go to the theater, so...
I turned to you and I said, oh, Max, you didn't run into your father on the way.
Kind of like, God know why he was there.
Yep.
Yeah. Slicked black back hair and pencil moustache and all.
Sure,
looking for you.
Basically said he won't be leaving the place much. If he has something to say about it.
He always gets a bit of a temper, I'm sure I can talk him out.
Small-minded man. He seemed to think whatever family destiny he has in store for you is somehow more important than what we're finding for ourselves here.
Yeah, I mean...
Or your music.
They really...
I'm assuming your music is not up to his taste.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't really like the kind, but... I don't know, he and Mum have they think I'll be special, but fuck them, mate. Who cares? But
don't worry about it. One day more people will have heard of you and have heard of him, and he'll get it then.
Maybe, but wait, but how the fuck did he find you guys? Or find this place?
I don't know, he's rich, right? He probably asks people things, and they tell him because he's got money.
Did we use the names? With which name did you use on the deed?
Max.
Yeah, okay, I have no idea how you can get this. Does he know the name?
No.
No, he probably...
there's
someone who would have known.
Yeah.
Probably someone recognized you or something.
He
probably knows someone in the the office of the deed signing who would have recognized you or something.
I don't think I can just ignore this and never hide from him for the rest of my life.
No, I mean go have a chat, but
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll go. I popped by home and left him a note. I said I'd be home tonight. I'll go back later and.
Well, the good news is if he cuts you off, we're gonna have furniture.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, we got furniture.
Yeah, maybe the house will come in handy. Oh well. Hopefully my mum will be that well and she can help talk some sense in him. We'll see. Anyway, so what you got some
I'd like to shake my head and say there's no chance a DM would allow that. He'd have to roleplay both characters. It's just not a fucking chance.
That's so good.
Man, you never know, Jack was
definitely gonna happen.
Don't know what my kinks are.
So wait, who you buy furniture from?
The simultaneous father-mother roleplay while the other person's sound. That's the fucking... It's a rogue one.
Dream and highlight.
Sorry, what you saying?
I said, so who'd you buy the furniture from?
It's a guy next door, Vent Nail. I know the name doesn't exactly inspire confidence, but
Yeah,
we looked
Vent.
inside and his stuff looks pretty good.
Alright, well.
And it's a bit pricier than
Yeah,
what Jet
fine.
said, but I mean, who's got time to argue, right?
We're in this for the whole of the...
Yeah, we're gonna furniture for the whole thing.
Nice.
I figured next on the list should be the walls and the windows. And then probably the roof when we can eventually afford that. But
Yeah.
if we got furniture,
Yeah.
walls made of brick and
Problematic.
plaster that are straight up, and windows that aren't smashed, we'll be living alright.
Sure, yeah. Kind of looking a bit distracted, like, alright. I kind of, just try to like clear my head up. But, have you guys seen Jet? See him around?
Not yet. Figured
No,
he's
hasn't
probably
turned
swinging by his
Yeah.
temple
like-
to do whatever he does there.
Do we have
We'll
something to do?
Yes, we've got all
Like,
sorts of things
apart
to do.
from, like, this, fixing this place up.
Let
like-
me get
Because
my
in terms of, like,
questions
the grey hand shit, she just said she's just gonna, like, cool on us, basically, right? Whenever she...
Yeah,
fucking
well,
wants
of course, we have to find 3 strings.
it. Yeah, right.
We need to figure out who's murdering elves in the dock ward, although I know you've expressed a bit of
Yeah,
resistance
yeah,
towards
yeah,
that. Generally, I'm kind of curious to find out the truth behind the haunting of this place. And last, I wanted to swing by and ask Davil Starsong if he'd ever heard of Erstil Floxen and what he might know about him, given the thugs we ran into on the way up Mount Waterdeep.
Do we, like... I don't know if, like... This is what adventurers do, but, like, you know that, like, the shit that, with the... What was it called? The brain thing. Like, are we, like... Is there, like, there's more with that shit, right? Or are we just kind of forgetting about it for now?
I mean, nothing's come to light particularly yet.
But, like, we know there's, like...
Well, we know the
some
Xanathar's
sort of
Guild are
evil
making...
group, right?
No, Xanathar's Guild are making movements.
Certain
Force
there's
Grey
gonna be more shit
taking an interest. A lot of people are taking an interest, but, Xanathar's
we're
Guild
not
is
taking
Xanathar's
interest.
Guild. We'll take an interest
We
if
are.
and
We're
when
not passive.
it
Passive
becomes a
for now.
pressing reason. I'll admit my curiosity, but I mean, I suppose we could go and look around the hideout again. See if there's anything we missed the first time.
Like, there was, like,
We
a
did
portal,
kind of run
right?
out of there. Well, there was somewhere a portal could be. I didn't actually see a portal, per se.
Hmm.
It'll be clean, though.
Well, that was a good one, by the way. But
I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of impulsive. Mostly right now I care about this Erstil Floxen guy, mostly because those assholes ambushed us. But
Sure, yeah, they're
I'm
kind of
changeable.
shit.
I just want to, like, honestly, I see there's kind of two sides to this. If we go and ask... Because, okay, remind me again, Mordai. Erstil was Zentarim in some rogue faction kind of way, right?
shit. What did you say again, Jack? He was in the old days. Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah, he was.
Hold up, I'm 1 HP.
He was
I want a
there.
short rest, boys. Let's do a short rest.
He
I'm
was
chilling
there
Jack
a
about what
while
happened this
ago.
bad, okay, by the way.
I know my dad didn't like
Awesome
him
dice.
at all. So,
So I figure I want to go
so
ask...
he's pretty much a bad side of the whole bunch.
I
Probably
want to
something to do
go
with the
ask
fake ones.
Davil about him. Even if we
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
find out anything, how much Davil tells us is kind of a gauge of how much we can trust Davil, and that's good information to have. After we take this short rest, obviously.
I mean, as we're chatting, I'm just being like, oh, it's gonna be alright, Max. So I kind of, kind of just
Song
like
of rest.
hold my chest. It fucking really hurts,
How are you so hurt though?
Oh, you win. Oh no, you.
But the beat
We had a
his
long
ass.
rest before we
no,
met the
we
monk.
didn't.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
no.
the monk-
He got
I heard
monk-
from the
monk
Never
fucking-
mind.
You get
You get
slapped
fucked up.
him, slapped him
allowed.
down.
Monk punished me. What a fucking bastard. But I'm fine now, so it's okay.
Happy birthday to the ground.
But I'm alright now.
Yeah, so at this point, Jet hasn't arrived quite yet. Are you guys doing anything?
We took a short rest and he's still fucking... Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'm
as
eating my
you're,
lunch, that I.
Yeah, but...
I hate the full
yeah,
pie.
as you're leading eating the lunch in the tap room, Jet, you head towards the Trollskull Manor, and once you get to the front door, you actually bump into some people. You see Raynar Neverember,
Oh my fucking
and
god.
Maloon War Dragon. They're just walking up from the opposite side.
Wait, who was the second one?
And
You
Maloon
don't
War
know
Dragon.
him. You don't know
Well,
him.
Okay.
you know that Max has been has had some drinks with him.
Okay.
And let me pull them on the map real quick.
Do they seem to be like on the way to the manor as well, or is?
Yeah, they're walking up
Yeah.
now. They're a bit in front of
Yeah,
you.
yeah. When I think about it, like the fucking alley is like you have to be wanting to go somewhere here to have any reason.
Yeah, it's like basically more culture than an alley.
Yeah.
And they're about to knock on the front door, or like they're stepping up to.
Come in.
Do you say anything?
Yeah. Never remember.
Oh, Judd. It's been a while. It's good to see you.
Same. As I like walk past, I like give the other guy a nod, and I just slide past him and walk through the door.
Shimmy.
Yeah, you
Like,
open the door for
come in,
him.
please come in.
Yeah, Raynar nods and thanks and enters. You're all here.
No, we're waiting on Oh. Hey,
Oh, hey, Jeff. What are you two doing
hey
here?
Raina. Hey. Pass
I
some
met
drinks with
What the
Max.
fuck are you doing here, Maloon? I kind
You
of
see
look
Maloon
confused.
is holding in both hands. He's holding a bottle of whiskey. Say, well, I mean, I heard the news from Raynar. You got this.
Oh, yeah, it's a little
Has to be
house.
celebrated.
Okay, yeah. It's nice house.
All of this furniture's
That's
gone,
a
right? Like,
fact.
this is all just like an open, like, I'm like,
I'm
Yeah,
sitting on.
yeah,
I'm
I'm
sitting on
sitting
the bar
here.
here. I'm just like
You
sitting
can
on
sit
the
on the
bar.
counter. You
yeah,
know?
exactly. So they're all just like sitting up around.
I'll be like, alright, come take a seat, Maloon. I kind of pat the bar next to
this is
me.
probably where we'd sit all around like this, like facing inwards, right? Like that's probably where we'd like find to sit in this situation.
Nice. Yeah, and
Find a wall to lean against.
yeah, and Raynar looks around and says, "Well, it is roomy, but it could use a little bit of a touch-up."
We got some furniture coming. Okay,
That's
Mister,
nice.
I've got all the fucking money in the
Nice.
world. Like, you know.
Fair points. It is an investment, shall we say?
I like rummage around. Are there some glasses like behind here, Jacko? They're like incredibly dusty and shit.
Yeah, they're like covered in dust and some spots. Like the previous bartender may
kind
not
of
have paid that.
Blow into them to get rid of the dust, and then like pour through to Maloon for him to start filling them.
I
Of course, he
say,
just takes it without coach.
I kind of like, I say, speaking of your riches, Raina, satisfy my curiosity. Did you ever get further to the bottom of the whole kidnapping of you and Floon and interrogation over all that business?
Yes, it is quite interesting, actually. I did some digging.
Makes sense.
Well-
Well, ground.
People are unfortunately tight-lipped when it comes to my father. He's a bit of a sore subject these days. But this business does, in fact, has to do something with him, with how he departed. It seems the rumors of what happened are true. It's believed that he embezzled from the city quite a bit during the War of Tiamat, which I will never forgive him for. He stole from the people.
Kind of all my eyes.
Now, I think the Open Lord and the people that run the city believe that he took this money with him to Neverwinter. However, in recent times, people have been started to talk tales of him hiding it somewhere around the city, a vault of some kind. I do not know if you can trust these rumors, but I think the Senators Guild got wind of it, thought I knew something of it, and wished to learn more.
I like
It's
glance
nice.
up at where like the title of the campaign says Dragon Heist and kind of squint, like, you know, suspiciously.
Was it guarded by a
Like-
dragon?
Look back down at him and say,
I think. Yeah, everyone can roll a history check.
Oh, I'm so good at history.
Nice.
Yeah.
These people fucking know all sorts of shit.
Plus
Yes.
6, Leo.
Yes, you know, only you know, that,
What? DC 20? No fair.
Fuck.
that long ago, and like hundreds of years ago, gold used to be called dragons. There was a specific Waterdeep currency that
Oh,
was
dragoons.
made and
Doubloons.
traded here, and yeah, they're not in use anymore because they were too hard to craft.
They breathe too much fire.
And it was, as the world got up more in trade, it got out of use, and the more standard gold coin
The euro.
was accepted.
Yeah.
Globalization, baby. And yeah, but you know that a dragon used to be a currency in Waterdeep.
I've
But
added,
yeah, that doesn't really have anything to do with
I've
the
added
current
find the Neverember gold stash to our list of quests.
Like, a vault full of hidden gold would make the place look fucking sweet. To have like
Well,
a special we gotta get like a concert room or like a stage somewhere. I kind of look around. Like, where am I gonna
Partly
mean,
look
like,
came
around?
to celebrate with Maloon, but also to give you a warning.
Summer's
Your
end,
group
yeah, we know.
is known by the Thanatos Guilds, by the Zentrim, whatever,
Have
by
they got a name
these
for us?
evildoers.
Have they come up with a name? Because we were looking.
We're fucking stumped, man.
It's hard.
Not that I have heard. It's just
Alright, well, it's actually funny you should mention that. We were just interested in finding out what the Xanathars Guild were up to, so maybe this interest can be something we could turn around, if only to pique our curiosity.
the Thanatos Guilds. They hide in the shadows, or the sewers, as we discovered. It is hard to find more about them.
Wait, but so you
I want to
reckon-
make
so
sure
it's
there's no
like-
secret entrances in our basement, Jack.
Okay.
But like, you reckon they know we own this place?
Oh, I do not know about that. I don't think they know much about you yet, but I fear that they will dig into it and they will find about you more. They think I had more information. They still believe this, I am sure. I am taking my own precautions. If they fail acquiring me, they may turn their face towards you, and I would hate to see this happen.
Never remember.
We'll keep an eye
Did you
open.
ever get your locket back? You said that when you were captured
My
that
lockets.
they put something, they took
Oh, it
something
was-
out of it. That...
Yes, it was taken from me, and in the hustle, I fear it was lost. I couldn't find it.
Well done, Jet. You remember the strangest things.
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't remember this.
Well, I think the guys that went upstairs, you did find the lockets.
Oh, we did? Let me check I checked my pockets.
It wasn't. I do actually, like, just on a whim, since I'm all about satisfying curiosity today. I
You got
do
this
want to go and
cask of
check the
bourbon.
basement.
I've got this cask of bourbon. I don't have
Okay,
any.
you enter the basement. Let me see.
I leave the hatch open,
Roland,
like, while I'm down.
I shut the hatch instantly, and I was like getting a fucking.
Or you're
draft
looking
in
out for
there.
any secret entrances, right? Or,
Yeah, well, like, sort of, I have more of a look around, like, kind of curiously. The thought struck my mind as I was, like, having that conversation with Raynar about, like, hidden places under the city, and I was like, oh, wait, we have a basement, and I never looked that closely at it. So that's mostly what I'm down here to look for.
He's really fucking smoking crack.
Roll an investigation
But
check.
yeah, I just want to, like, poke around, just satisfying my own
That's a
curiosity,
downer, I'm like-
as you do.
As I remember, like, the locket does sound familiar, but Jacko said we found upset. I'm like, I turned to Mord, I'm like, yo, what, did we not find, like, some necklace shit when we were up in that building? Mordai, you were with me. You remember? Hello? I kind of waved my hand in front of his face. Like, when we were looking up in the office above where all the people got murked.
Mhm.
Did we find, like, a locket? I seem to remember it was, like, we found something, right?
Remember?
Hmm.
A locket. Might have been a locket.
You didn't take it or anything.
Oh, no.
I gotta shrug. It's like, it sounds familiar now you mentioned it, right? It might still be in that fucking place, if you wanted to go back for it.
I suppose I will. It was quite dear to me. It was my mother's, in fact.
So like you would Nick that definitely thought like it like was a secret to the vault, right? Like fucking I've read adventure novels, you know. My parents, you know, liked me reading them.
You said they took
Now
something
that you
out of it
mention
that
it,
you did
yes,
not know.
well, they twisted it. Yeah, so once they had hold of it, they were quite certain of their success. But not
Dude,
soon after, the Senators Guild invaded the hideouts and chaos ensued. But
I reckon it's just up the stairs in that building. You should go get it, man.
yeah, I will indeed. Thank you.
Ah, you're welcome. I kind of told him Maloon. I'm like, yo, when you wanted to be like an adventurer, did you like argue with your parents about it?
No, my parents were long dead.
Wait, when did you stop being an adventurer?
When I
Just
stopped
after
being an
killing his
adventurer.
parents, like.
Wait, so did you say when did I start?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. When I was 13, 14 years old, something like that.
They were long dead, kind of like thing.
Oh yeah, I was an orphan.
Ah, lucky.
An orphan of Waterdeep. Yeah, I represented the city in my young days, but I've
Get in front of you. How old are you, man?
He drops the glass of whiskey that's already half empty.
Dude, we fucking just cleaned in here, man. What the hell? Kind of looking like a mess of broken glass.
He doesn't like drop it on the floor.
What do you mean drop it?
Yeah, sorry, he sets it down on the table.
Okay, that's not dropping a glass.
He's like, yeah, sorry. So like, oh shit, how old
I was like, what the fuck are you doing, man? You're cleaned in here,
He
man.
gets flashbacks from the question.
As the whiskey leaks through the basement hatch, I catch it in my mouth.
Oh,
That
don't
takes
want
much,
to
but that
go
is,
to
it tastes
waste.
good, you know? Dude, how old are you, man?
I am 33. Last spring.
No, dude, you look pretty bad for your age.
Well, it comes with a job, you know.
Yeah.
But my soul is still beautiful and energetic.
Alright, no, what would be... Oh, dude, I didn't even tell you, man. Wait a second. I was like, we were given something, right? To when we became the Grey Hands. They put, like, insignia on our clothes, right?
Yeah.
I was like, dude, man, check this out. I, like, you know, show him, like, where all my, you know, like, near my collar is, like, the mark.
You're a grey hand. He
I'm fucking mental, right? I just, like,
he claps you on the shoulder hard.
Yeah.
Wow, that's young, boy. I was only introduced, like, 10 years ago. You don't know.
I don't know what the fuck she's thinking of, you know, to be honest. Like, she's fucking crazy, I reckon.
Raynor speaks of, well, I mean, you did save a pretty vital member of Waterdeep. And she is a good friend of both of us.
Floon?
Well,
I
nobody
kind of confused.
quite thinks of Floon as a high member, but the tale, as it's being spread throughout the city, is that you guys, in fact, saved me.
Oh, you're the high. I kind of like you're the high up member. I kind of like thinking of like just shake my head a little. Like
I quite agree
sense
with
to the
you.
Floon,
I quite
but-
agree with you. There's not much I do within the city. My function is pretty superficial.
Wait, but in all these, like you said, this is like people know this now.
In the higher circles, it is spread.
Okay, like in
especially-
those higher circles, they're saying Max, right?
Indeed. Why do you not wish your name to be known?
That's alright, I guess. I would like a bit of mystique, you know.
I'm afraid it's a bit late for that, but there is a lot of mystique around your group in general. People wish to
mystique is
to get to know you.
I kind of like groupies already.
Well, oh, but I heard you have met Vajra.
Yeah, that's who gave us like the fucking I don't know, cool logo. Kind of gesture to it.
She does not often have time for matters like this, so
Yeah, like what's happening, man? What's going on? Like you up in this town? Like why is the whole fucking city gone mental? Like, why is the fucking Blackstaff asking me to, like, fucking, come to a meeting? Well, what's all up with this crap? Like, what's happening? We went up to a fucking hill, spoke to an old man, said the war's gonna end in summer. Like, what the fuck's happening, man?
I'm a pretty important guy, you know.
Shall I kick on the hatch?
These are highly irregular times, indeed.
Yeah, but, like...
believe these rumors of this amount of money. Even for me, it is a large sum. I believe that fact, and you are twisted up in it.
It's money embezzled from the city itself. It's not.
Yeah, right.
I couldn't imagine the sum is probably unimaginable. Not to think about the fact that it's made out of a currency currently not in use and probably more.
Yeah, we don't know that.
Than...
We don't know it's made out of dragons. He just assumed that.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah,
I didn't actually.
I'm like, what the fuck?
I didn't actually look up at the
It
campaign
wasn't it
title.
embezzled back in the day when they used it though?
No.
No, that was like
Okay,
100 years ago.
It was embezzled a few, like 10 years ago when the
Okay,
war event happened.
Yeah, it was like hundreds of years ago. You said, right? The old country.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Hundreds of years in this world would have been like fucking 5 series of gods have come and destroyed the wolves.
Yeah, I don't know. I like roleplayed looking at the campaign title, and Jacko gave you a knowledge check off it. You can't explain that.
We can just make that.
I was excited, you guys made it back. Okay, well,
When we finally see dragons,
Yeah, unimaginable gold makes people act fucking crazy. Sure.
Guys,
let's quickly at this point go to Willem because you're in the basement.
I found the treasure.
You're in the vaults right here. No, you are checking it. I mean, there's not much left. You can see like the bricks on the walls are like leaking a lot from like there's a steady drip of water like this leaking into the ground.
Nice.
The air that you're breathing is like old and stale. But you're looking at the floor or the ground and you're looking in the walls. There's no like obvious hidden ledge. No.
Like here or there, I like pull a brick out to see if there's like a hidden way, and water like spurts out. It's like put the brick back. Nope, not there.
Yeah. But as you start turning towards the stairs, or like the ladder to go back up the latch, you suddenly find the latch slams shut. And you guys are like on the ground floor.
But I'd already shut it.
Well, like push it, like as I go to open it,
like also like there's a loud bang, and as you look over, the latch is shut.
Like okay. Well, I climb up the ladder, and is it like? I try and push it open. Is it stuck shut or is it?
It doesn't give.
I'm standing.
Do we notice anything?
I'm standing on it though.
So you guys on the ground floor, you like hear a loud bang, and
I knock on it. I'm like, yeah, Max, you're real funny.
You see it's shut.
Ha ha. Let me out.
You right down there, man?
Get off the fucking hatch.
No
one's
on the hatch.
About?
I like give the hatch. I give the hatch.
I try to when he says.
I shove this hatch, Jack. I'm gonna fucking like whoever's standing on it's like falling on their ass.
Baby.
That's an athletic check right there.
Here it comes.
Dude, he's ripped.
Does not give.
Okay.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing, man?
I try to open it.
Okay, you try to open it from the other side. You like try and pull it.
Yeah.
Athletics.
Athletics. Why is it not showing up? There it is. 12.
No, doesn't give.
It's. I try to see if there's any locks or anything on this bloody thing.
It's gonna cool down. I believe you are trapped forever, Willem.
I'm kind of like eyeing up the trapdoor. It's like it's part of the old building, right?
Are the hinges on my side?
Yeah, the hinge is on the ground floor.
See those hinges, right there.
Hmm. Hey,
it's like watching.
what was? Hey, you look a bit more blessed in the strength department. You wanna give it a try? As I look to I forgot his name. So
I kind of as he does this, I like turn it over. I'm like, this place is madly haunted. Just kind of like.
Who are you saying this in?
November. So you heard that?
I mean, they're just Charles rumors, are they not?
Nah, I don't know. You see this hatch is knocked shut, and now you can't get out of the basement.
Okay,
So that's
a
what you
fair
wanted to
point.
me.
Assess the trapdoor for like structural rigidity. Is it like wooden? Is it like the age of the building?
It's a
Is it also
4-year
kind of
course,
like
basically.
falling apart or?
Does what's his face react to me?
Yeah. Maloon drops.
Don't drop the whiskey again, man.
and vaults over the bar and says, "What are you having so much trouble with? Come on, get out of the way." And he
Give
grabs.
him space.
Let me see. Maloon, he's pretty strong, I think. Okay.
So roll a d20 and decide if it's high enough after you roll Jeopardy.
I mean, it says a bonus right here.
No.
No, he's
GM's it. What a bastard.
okay. It was a 60. No, he's stuck in it, and it's like, that's. He kind of shouts down and was, "Are you holding it back or something?"
Yeah, because this skinny little. You know what? Never mind. Just stand back. Don't be on it. I wanna size up like how tough does it look compared to like the building and
Sorry,
stuff.
I cut out. What did you?
How tough does the trapdoor look compared to like the bit like is it because like the building's pretty old and like falling down, right? So is the trapdoor kind of in similar condition or?
It's pretty thick, so it survives a lot of the rods and stuff. It's like the same thickness as a floorboard almost, because it sets into the floor. So it would support like a man's weight pretty easily.
Yeah.
But
So does the chair.
as Raven tells us to back off, I guess don't try to break it just yet. Let me try something first. As I will use my thieves' tools to fucking remove the hinges.
I give him a okay. I give him the time.
So you're trying to like remove the hinges entirely. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me thieves.
Dude, I kind of watch this. Like, why are we paying for fucking carpenter? He's got the fucking screwdrivers.
I hold back on the blasting. Thing.
Oh my god.
Wait, that's sleight of hands. But
It's like it's
28 instead.
Yeah. You like within the blink of an eye, you like pop like the hinges out with a part of your tools, and Willem, just for a second, like this thing is now like almost free floating, and then after like a fraction of a second, it like drops on your face.
Slow damage.
Wait, it was hanging on just the hinges like that?
It was hanging on something. Yeah.
No, I mean like normally when it wasn't controlled by a ghost, it was just hanging on the
How do you
hinges.
know it's controlled by a ghost?
Yeah, normally like it fits into like part of the floor, and the hinges like supported from the other side.
Okay, I thought it was like a
So
fake,
now that
like
you
a
remove the
small
hinges,
thing.
like that part like just falls straight down.
Yeah.
So
Not the design I would have on on a hatch, but
Hey there, Mr. I like kind of like address like when I see that I'm like, okay there, Mr. Trapdoor control-y whatever you are, you have our attention. Is there something you want, or is this the pinnacle of your existence?
I think I want you to starve to death in the cellar, man.
I mean, it's gonna be a slow process. I'm sure we can talk it out.
Maloon looks at Ray and arms. Has he had too much to drink already?
I'll like, give another experimental like push on the trapdoor.
it's on your face. It landed on
The
you.
trapdoor fell down.
Oh, it fell. Oh, I thought
Yeah.
it lifted up for a second and like slammed back into the.
No.
Oh, okay, so it's actually
You
fallen
moved the
through.
hinges and dropped
Oh,
it.
okay, so yeah, then okay. Well, I'd still say what I said, but I'd like climb out first and like address that kind of to the air. I'd say, you got our attention. Is there something you want?
You reckon it's actually a fucking ghost?
The air doesn't respond.
I mean, I just kind of like kneel down and investigate the trapdoor to see if there was anything mechanical about it beyond just like the hinges, which I don't think I will find because
Oh,
I've
it's
got a
pretty simple.
suspicion. Yeah. Kind of look at Max and I say, I guess there's no real equivalent of Occam's razor in this world, but something similar. I say I don't know. I mean, rumors of hauntings. This seems like a pretty haunted action.
Exactly. And the break that fell on your head could be something.
Yeah, the fucking stupid ghost keeps destroying our fucking building. What a piece of shit.
Fucking agree.
Could someone hold
Can we
the
can we
trapdoor
exercise
while I
something?
I put this
Fix
hatchback.
it?
We
Yeah,
probably should
okay.
keep out of it until
Oh, like, climb
we
down
get
and
a
get-
wine or something to put down there.
Traveled
No one
adventure.
goes alone.
How do you get a ghost to fuck off?
Well, usually just kill it, right?
Alright, how do you find a ghost?
Well,
to kill
he
it,
grabs like his battle axe, which is like a great axe,
Yeah.
and brimming with magic. It's like, this will do the trick.
Alright,
Roll my.
but
Let's
first you
say
gotta
that's
find
gotta
it, it's a
be.
problem.
take a
What-
few
what
swings
roll-
around, alright? Just take a few.
What do we roll for?
Don't swing
Talking
around.
about ghosts.
Don't
Just take
destroy
a.
anything.
No, don't destroy anything,
Ah.
fucking obviously, but take a few swings around. You know, it's got to be
Standing
nearby,
right,
right?
right over there in the
Already
middle of the
some
floor.
nuts Already, jeez.
Go there.
Got to be nearby. Go
You
do
can't
some
hit anything.
The ghost is not just gonna be there waiting for him to swing his axe.
I mean, I assumed you're pretty fast. You're pretty fast, right, Maloon? You swing it pretty well.
We can do some practice swings.
Sure.
Who knows? We might get lucky.
Yeah, exactly. Why not? You know.
Right.
We might
You can
blood
see
in this corner here.
see him grab like the handle of the axe with both hands, and just starts like almost doing like baseball swings,
Yeah.
like around the room, but nothing.
how when they go through the air, like electrical crackles and shit, right?
Yeah. You. He's actually told you about this axe.
Yeah.
It is a sentient weapon.
A what, say?
It's a sentient weapon.
What the hell's that?
So it has like its own
Has sentience.
sentience.
Oh, sentient. Oh, okay. I thought it was like ascension, where like you ascend.
Yeah,
It has ascended.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
And you know, let me just look at it.
Wait, I
It's the
know.
same thing,
It's
you know,
a fucking
it's a-
sentient weapon. Oh, cool, dude.
Yeah, it's called Azure Edge. It's an intelligent battle axe, and yeah, it's pretty fucking powerful. It has like blue runes along its blade, and it shines like a little bit of blue light as well. But yeah, after he's done like 4 practice swings. Suddenly, like he seems to like lose control of the axe, and it just like spins into the floor and cuts like a few inches into it.
I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man?
Sorry, the whiskey must have hit me harder than I thought.
Stop trying to kill our ghost, whoever you
Wait,
are.
we don't want to kill the ghost? I look confused.
Well, I mean, maybe we would want to kill the ghost, but like, surely there's other things we can do with the ghost. It's a ghost. It's got to have unfinished business or something. It's got to be, you know.
Alright.
Give us a hint here, Mr. Ghost. Come on, we can solve out your eternal suffering dilemma, but you gotta, you know, give us a nudge in the right direction.
Work with us.
No, like in the scene, and like sort of, I know where he says "fuck off, ghost."
Piss off, Ghost.
Piss off, ghost. Yeah.
I put the hatch back, by the way, Chuck.
Okay, you
Very neatly.
Like, oh, ghost, we fixed your hatch. Are you happy now?
no response.
Alright,
Okay,
Maybe
okay.
Vader says maybe you should get someone more experienced with matters like these if you do
Yeah.
not wish to
A priest, maybe.
exterminate it or.
no. They want to, make it happy.
I'm just saying.
Well,
Give
does
it-
anyone know a person like that, or we just want to head to a
You
temple?
work at a temple,
Well, you
right?
fucking work at a temple, dude, don't you?
You gotta know people who can do
Not
Not
exorcisms.
that kind of temple.
What kind
What?
of temple is
Yeah.
it?
A temple of self-improvement.
Do you think
So
someone
not
can
a
come
temple,
self-improve
just a
the fuck
fucking
out of this
building where
house?
people-
It is a temple.
Temples worship someone, right?
My body's a temple.
We worship the ways of above the heavens and earth. So we do not.
So what do you
We
do
do
when there's
not
like a
praise the
ghost in your
divine.
temple?
Yes, but it's like hypothetically,
yeah.
if there was a ghost in the temple, what would they do?
There are some who dabble in the divine,
Nice.
but not within Waterdeep, sadly.
That's a shame. Alright,
Well,
okay, maybe we'll go find a real temple then.
Okay, I always thought you worked at a fucking temple. What the hell?
I always thought it was a bard too, but sometimes you've just been lied to. It turns out it was you. Oh no, he's not a bard, he's a monk, that's right.
It was like, oh my
He's a
God.
monk. I thought he was a monk too, but sometimes you just get lied to.
Whatever. I mean, I'm sure the ghost will be chill. You know, a few more bricks on the head, we'll survive. I kind of like, get the whiskey back.
Right, let's go back to drinking.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
let me tell you a story of Fajr Safar.
All right. I don't look that interested, but sure, man.
he tells you a tale of how he saved Varja Zafar when she wasn't a Blackstaff yet, and how because he's like Maloon is like the hero of the Greyhounds, and
He's the hero of the
well,
game.
he's like one of the big names. Like he's
What the
a
fuck?
big deal with the Greyhounds.
Crazy. But he's
And,
not a Force Grey, right? Like the elite Grey.
Yeah, he's so
But they don't
elite that
have-
he's not really part of the active force. He's only called in when like shit's dire.
Yeah, you know, yeah. It's like universe-ending threat, better call the Avengers.
Stuff like that,
Fucking
yeah.
Maloon shows up.
But also means that he's quite bored usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he tells her how he saved her from like an evil mage.
Wait,
and,
so Maloon's like famous, right? Like,
yeah, and within adventuring circles he's a famous.
As, but like, and if you just like you notice
Wait.
it well, you'd also have heard of him, yeah? Or no? Like save like the Blackstaff and like.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm like, after we've had a bit to drink, I'm like, Maloon, you're gonna help me out tonight, okay? We're gonna go talk to my parents. They don't want me to be an adventurer, I don't think. And you're gonna convince them that I'm your protege, right?
Across the room, like Willem's looking very hurt. Like here's this conversation across the room. Looks sad. Takes a single tear. Has another drink.
I'm afraid I got things to do tonight.
No, you fucking don't, Maloon. You would just be drinking in a fucking hole in the ground. Don't lie to me, man. You can say you don't want to do it. Don't lie until you got things to do tonight.
Look, I'm a big believer. You gotta find your own way. You gotta get your own strength, man. That's what I did.
Your parents are dead, you lucky fuck. What do you mean? You didn't do shit.
Your parents are dead, you lucky fuck.
I gotta think about it. Nah, but if they were like... Nah, I guess not. But like, it made it easier, right? No one told you not to be an adventurer.
Oh, but nobody didn't tell me to be an adventurer either.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No one told... No, that's what I'm saying. You could just do it, right?
Look, it's just tell your old man. You've got enough of his shit. I don't know. I'm sure
Got it.
you'll understand.
He'll
He clearly doesn't really care about the subject. He's just drinking.
Whatever. I mean, it was like early in the day, right, when he came here with the whiskey, yeah?
Yeah, it's like 1 p.m. right now.
Like, I gotta be in some suitable mind to, like, talk to, to my parents in the evening. So I'm like, alright, anyway, going back, Jed, what the fuck have you been up to? You were like going to go and find out if we actually cared that elves were getting murdered, right?
Yeah, sadly Derek didn't know all too much, other than apparently one of the people that broke to him got hurt. It doesn't seem like he... did he die, by the way, Jacko?
Yeah.
He got, yeah.
One got a little hurt,
Yeah, he got like, I'm pretty sure Derek just had messed up. Anyway, one of Derek's co-workers died.
Who the fuck's Derek, sorry?
He's one of the more powerful monks that live in the My Temple that live in Waterdeep. He works
So
as
you
a
are
cleric.
monks. I look even more confused.
Yes, we are monks, but we do not practice divine. Most of us don't.
And also, you're not a monk.
Yeah, where are your fucking robes?
I'm wearing monk clothes.
They don't have spiritual symbols on them, do they?
No, they're very plain.
Very plain.
Yeah.
Alright, so like this dude. Wait, but he works on a fucking boat?
Yeah, he builds boats. And
He's a
repairs
monk who builds boats. Alright.
them. Yes.
His name's Derek.
And his name
Fucking
is
man.
Fucking
Are
Derek.
you sure you're not in a fucking cult? I kind of look at you kind of a bit like worried for you.
What's the difference between a cult and a...
Do you give them your money?
If I give them my money,
Mhm.
I'm a part of the temple, so my money
So
is
yes?
actually theirs.
It's like a fucking
So it's a
cult.
shared balance account by
Yeah.
one person who is actually in control of the temple, though?
In the Waterdeep, I'm in control of the temple.
You're in control, you're the cult leader.
I'm the manager of the temple. I'm not the leader of the people that work in the temple.
Who is the
Regional
leader?
manager, Jet.
Assistant.
That would be an Elder Moo.
A Lumu.
Elder Moo.
And did it like promise people kind of join the temple that they'll be like enlightened and shit like that?
They can follow their own path. We just teach them how they may do so.
So they say everyone that
So
goes
they
to
don't. They
temple has
can't
to,
follow their
like...
own path. You tell them the path that they should follow.
No, we give them advice on how they may do it, how they find their path, and if they choose to take the opportunities to come before them, is up to them.
Okay.
I like that philosophy. I'll drink to that philosophy. I'm drinking to a lot of things for this early in the day, but
Sure.
Radar raises strange, but it's interesting.
Alright, whatever. It's not like cool to me, but you do you. It's like, but Derek, dude. But he's okay. But his friend got killed by like this guy who's going around killing elves.
Yes, and we do know that there's a bar that seem to be somewhat connected to this, and also has a lot of elven visitors normally.
What do you mean, like connected to it? Like the elves
It's
who
close.
died go there?
It's around that area where it happens.
It's all those elves are like fucking scared because someone's gone around killing them,
I would.
and they all hang out like oh god, we're all gonna die tonight.
especially if they all
Some
hang
of
around
them
together.
probably are like that.
But you didn't check it out?
No, I did not. I had things I had to do in the temple first, and then may as well just go and meet you guys, and we can go together.
It's been like drinking for like an hour.
Also,
For another bar so early?
If you think of it as like really late last night, it's more morally
but
acceptable.
I don't, like, talk to my dad. I don't want to be too.
also,
fucked
as
up.
I like look at Raven and you both half elves, right?
Maybe. What's it to you, man?
If someone's going around killing elves and half elves, I'm sure they would be more calm talking to a one of their own kind.
Yeah.
Malone claps you on the shoulder again. Max, look, this is way more exciting than your parent shit. You're going to confront a killer on the loose that is specifically against your own kind.
Dude,
It's
my own
something
kind
yours,
are
man.
like just fuck. I don't have my own kind. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't think like that, dude. My own kind are just fucking punk fuckers, I guess. If they were killing fucking punkheads, I'd be fucking pissed. I guarantee it.
I don't know. Some of those elves might be
happen
into
soon.
that kind of thing.
That's true. Nah, elves normally
You're
like
killing
the
your
classic...
audience, Max.
I mean, elves like the classical shit mainly.
But sailors,
I
though?
doubt the elves down in the sailing places and.
I did
Listen to
see that
classical
two
only.
very elven-style boats had arrived on the docks as well.
That's
With
right.
many, it seems to coming for some kind of carnival or feast.
Well, there's a
Ooh,
big
probably
festival.
many-
A lot of elves.
It's like a big festival happening soon, isn't it? Like I say.
Well, soon in the coming weeks, yeah. There's you guys know, it's basically a summer celebration. It's something called Agairon's Day, which
Does
is
it
a weird
celebrate
name.
the end of the summer?
Yeah. Well, basically, sorry, the height of summer.
Fucking... What's that?
The height of summer. Sorry.
The height of summer. Okay,
Yeah.
continue.
So basically, on the like the hottest day.
Midsummer's night.
Yeah. And I'll just get to you how it's spelled. And you guys know Agairon. It was basically like the first like lord of Waterdeep.
Sure. Well, like, yeah, I mean, they might be there for the big fucking, fat day, but it's fucking early for that.
Yeah, they have a lot of stuff to prepare, though.
But why, like, elves particularly, though?
That's what we're trying to find out, yes?
Nah, but, like, why elvish boats?
Well, I mentioned that because we got a lot of new elves coming around.
Yeah, and I'm asking why a lot of new elves coming around for this festival.
Do we know if Agairon's Day has any particular?
Elvish significance?
I'm not quite sure if these boats are elven. Just know that they have a bit of an elven curve.
That's what he said.
Looked a bit elven, he said.
That's what he said.
Elven style is what I said,
That's what he said to me.
and that is what.
Oh, like, whatever,
boats-
it's fucking
uh,
boats.
being
It's,
Jacko.
who knows? It's just
Yeah, we
fucking,
don't know how many elves are on.
just a fucking boat. Who knows? Maybe they were just going cheap, 2-for-1 deal or some crap. Look, alright, so we're gonna go to an inn, find out he's killing elves. I'm gonna be bait. I can see it all now in my head.
Yeah, I'm down to hang out in the the dock ord this evening
Yeah, let's
and
go.
see if we're gonna try.
Look, I'm just gonna go fucking home now. My dad's gonna be home already. Like,
All right. Do you need any
You
backup?
know, sorry, Max. You
I
know
got
your
a couple
parents
of
get
ideas.
home pretty late.
what's that?
You know that your parents usually get home pretty late when they're
But
in
my
contact.
dad, but like he told my dad I went home to see him, right?
Yeah.
So like, my dad definitely would have gone home then to see me, and it's only been like an hour since. Like, look. On the way down, it's actually towards there. I kind of think back to the map. It's actually on the way. I gotta go to the. I gotta go to the opera. I'll have a chat with my mum, and then I'll tell her what's up. And she's a bit more chill, and she can talk to my dad and like talk him around to it,
Right. Makes
And
sense.
then it'll be.
If that doesn't work, I got a backup plan, but
What's the backup plan?
you don't want to know. Maybe I shouldn't even mention it because it's a little
No, dude,
illegal.
tell me.
But if I mention it, then I've kind of conspired, and then I could be in trouble.
Just what's the backup plan?
I was going to impersonate Vajra Safar and try and convince your parents that way.
Oh. Dude, you're so fucking
That
illegal.
might be bad.
No, it's pretty illegal. I told you didn't want to know. Now you're co-conspirators if it happens. Morda, you shouldn't have stood there, out of earshot. That was the place to be.
I can't believe. She doesn't count as a lord, though, does she, Jack?
Definitely counts as like an official or a noble.
Yeah,
or
but
something.
it's different. Impersonating an official is fine and gold. Impersonating a lord is death.
She's the black
So,
star.
she's not a lord.
Like I'm just saying, she's probably like more on the lordly side of like magnitude. As far
Like
as
a
it's-
lord-
Yeah, there's not a case-to-case basis, but impersonating a black staff would be
yeah.
a big deal.
Yeah.
If it goes
Death,
really
500 gold.
shit, but no, but my mum will be chill. Let's go talk to her.
Let's.
Oh,
Wait, do you want me to come with?
Werner speaks up and says, "Oh, if you're going by the theater,
Oh fuck, Raina, forget that my mum's at the theater, okay? I don't have a mother. She died in childbirth, okay?
I do not wish to. I just merely say hi to a friend of mine. His name is
Yeah, but if it's my mum, it's gonna be really awkward. Who's the friend?
his name is Mert. He's the owner.
That would have
The owner, I kind of think.
That
You
would
don't
have been
get too
such a
close to her.
that
She
would have been
might
such
be
a
fine,
fucking
like-
that would have been such a snarky way for Reynard to say hi to your mum for me. Like, if you're going by the theatre to speak to your mother, do you mind saying hi to a friend? Spoiler alert, it's your mum.
I'm like, sure. Wait. So, dude, you want to come to like the elf murdering inn or whatever it is?
No. I wish to retire early today, but
It's like fucking
I've taken a
1
look at
o'clock in
this
the
place.
afternoon, man.
From what
the
I've
fuck?
seen,
Okay.
I've got a party to prepare for.
Also, weren't you gonna go and get that locket? Never mind.
Well, I'll have someone retrieve it for me, but yeah.
If you want, you
anyways,
pay us and we'll go retrieve it. Like, if you're getting someone
It's
else
on
to
the
retrieve it,
way.
like we know where it is, we're going that
I have people
direction.
already in my employ for this kind of thing, but if you wish to do me a personal favor,
How
I'd
close
give
is
you-
it on the way?
it was on Candle Lane.
It's like,
I
yeah,
think it's
maybe
pretty
we'll
much
do that. Yeah,
right on the
sure,
way.
why not? We'll give it to you next time we see you. Who fucking knows when that'll be?
Well, from what I wanted to say though, Mertz, he's a bit of a investor, so to say.
Who? I kind of look confused at everyone.
Wait, what?
Who's a bit of an investor?
Mertz,
Who's that?
And
the owner of the theater.
What are you talking about? I was confused. I looked at the
I
drink.
think he is drunk.
It's, it's drinking whiskey. It's strong.
oh my god.
Look, all I'm saying is this place could use a touch-up, and now I do not mean to question your funds. I wish I could help myself, but Mert, he's an investor. He deals into
Question the fuck out of our funds. What do you mean you don't need to question our funds?
The owner of the theater, and I've been a theater. I know. Do I know this?
Yeah, you
person?
know Mert. Yeah.
It's like,
Well, you don't know. You've maybe met face to face once, but you know of him. He's
yeah.
his
But he
name
would know
is-
my mum and dad pretty fucking well, then, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can roll me history to see how much you know about him.
Sure.
How much?
Alright, so
did
do
you
your
care?
speak about how he can be our investor.
Well, I've basically.
You got it? God, man, that isn't a good
So
idea.
if you mention my name, I am sure he would be willing to listen to you.
Like for a loan sort of thing?
Either a loan or something like that.
Shareholder. Alright, but wait,
Perhaps.
you wanna go see him, didn't you say?
Oh no, I have no business there.
Just wanted us to swing by and say hi.
Yeah, you wanted to swing by us.
We swing by and say hi for him.
Yeah. If you're already visiting the theater, I thought it'd be an interesting thing to put on your list, considering your current situation.
Add it to the list, Raven.
I add it to the list.
Great, great. All right, let's go.
I will. Good luck, friends. I'll see you soon. I'll check in.
We'll see you soon. Okay.
And
Also,
Maloon says, right, if you look, this place is kind of a shithole. Not gonna lie. But
Yeah, you got whiskey all over the fucking floor, didn't you?
I'm sorry about the axe groove. All right, not meant to happen. Anyways, if you need a pair of hands around the place, I can help you fix it up.
Dude, yeah, you can start with the floor.
Wait, did you say he had a lightning axe earlier, or was that Ian making it up?
Nah. It's like even
No, he doesn't have
like
lightning, but
sentient magic.
Yeah, I thought it was like sentient lightning, and he's also
There's
a
a bit
heavy
of a
drinker
blue-
and a
there's
bit of a
blue
red
shine
top.
around it.
I was getting like a real Fat Thor vibe from this guy for like a little bit.
Dude, I don't think he's that fat, you know.
The eyes are a bit, bleary.
I mean, I've seen the picture. I don't think he's really fat.
Looks fit. He looks fat from the token. That's what I'm judging on.
Eh, bit hard.
Oh, speaking of fat, Ian, Mert is pretty fat. He's a
obviously
big dude.
Corona, you know.
Yeah. But you don't know much more about him. His relation with the parents is like mostly professional.
Mostly.
What
do you mean mostly?
Yeah, I mean they
You
have
dinner, like
interacted at parties and stuff like that.
Oh, parties, okay. I mean, parties are probably
yeah,
really
orgies.
Classic.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go then to the theater.
We go to the theater. Jack.
on top
go.
before
Oh,
the four of us leave, I was on talking funds. I did find some extra gold while we were on the mountain, and I tossed you all 5 gold each.
nice.
About 20 of it.
Like, nah, whoa.
I'll take that 5 gold.
Cheers. I might actually need this if my dad kicks me out. Alright, you said the theater was like around here, right?
Yeah. But let me go to the city map myself.
Was
It's
on this
around.
floor,
It's
or was it, like,
it's right there. Yeah.
Nice. Alright, perfect. I guess we head down to the
Make your way
main
north. Oh wait, this means I get to roll on a random encounter list.
No.
Oh,
Exciting
baby.
stuff.
Will we get an encounter?
Yeah, for city
maybe.
encounters, remember?
Oh, maybe. Well, I'm not excited.
Remember before when the guy was like being baked into a pie?
Yeah, yeah. But
Uh,
I thought Jacko said like he'd rolled an encounter. Now he's going to
Oh.
determine what it was, but no.
It feels like the one I had
I-
almost
I-
every single had a
it's-
random
it's
encounter.
pretty sure there's
actually.
something
Yeah.
interesting.
There's like always a random thing that happens. But like, could you be like a pigeon craps on you? That was actually one of the ones for like to
What?
annihilation that could happen in Portland.
Yeah. Ooh, what the fuck is that?
Oh yeah, pigeons.
I think it was like a
Talk
parrot.
amongst yourself for just a second.
I go to the toilet.
No, that's works.
Classic. Like, let me set up this random
some
encounter
food.
real quick. That's a fucking mood and a half.
I could get myself some dessert.
Dessert. Get some
All
dessert.
these fucking people with these tasty things. I'm just sitting here with my tube of Pringles. That's like 4/5 empty, but I'm not gonna finish the last fifth because then I've eaten a tube of Pringles. And like after I read that statistic about how many calories are in a tube of Pringles, I was like, I no longer want to finish it. But 4/5 is okay. That feels healthy to me.
It's improvement.
You can't waste food, Chris. People.
Dude,
there's
I like.
kids in
It was
Africa
like,
that
well, I mean,
are-
I ate them at some point, but it was like,
Oh, shit.
how many
Oh,
McDonald's,
fuck.
how many McDonald's cheeseburgers worth of like salt and fat and like calories are in a tube of Pringles? And I was
Okay,
just
that,
like,
that wasn't great. I
What
may
have
have
you
had
done?
this fucking vanilla ice cream out for way too long.
no.
Ah,
Back into the fridge
fuck
it goes.
that.
Back into the
Jack.
fridge it goes.
That's
Can't ruin ice cream. Come
No,
on.
Like
you
I fucking
just
open it, it's all fucking fluid.
drink. It's called a milkshake pot track. You fucking pussy.
Well, I guess it's only this and berries I get then.
This is
Oh.
hilarious.
I mean, we can't see because you put the chair in
That's
front
a
of your
good
camera.
point.
So
No,
we
I
can't
mean,
see what's
yes,
actually
I'm-
happening in your house, apartment, room, whatever.
Does this fucking help?
Yes, it
That's
is.
a nice
that's
space.
perfect, Thank you. It is. It's cozy. Nice and cozy. That's what I would
I like
call
it. It's like a sort of upstairsy, sort of Swedishy kind of. It reminds me of my friend Marius's house.
I think it's like This is all we see, right? This is with plus a bathroom or any
I
more
don't
rooms?
know, I don't fucking
Contract?
It's a bathroom. It's a like hallway, and then
Contract's doing his cooking show.
and it's like technically on the contract. It's not a part of the house, but there's
What's not part of the house?
there.
He's trying to
It's
tell,
like
he's find the words in.
yeah, I'm trying to find the word what it's actually called.
The
But-
basement.
No, it's
No.
not
Slave
not the top
shack.
floor. It's
Top
got
the
like
attic.
all the fans and shit.
He's in
The
the
attic.
attic.
Yeah,
the attic.
essentially the attic. Yeah,
You're in
attic.
the attic.
and in there there's also a freezer.
Nice.
Oh,
I
nice.
use.
Nice.
What
Everybody
you
nice?
wearing? Is that a fucking tinny?
Ooh. It is
Look at
nice.
that.
Oh, dude.
Wild.
Nice craft beer.
Dude,
Is
He's
this
fucking-
from that place nearby?
Yeah.
But
This
do
is,
you
no,
not-
this is from what I know. I got like a craft beer delivery like thing.
Do you not just have like a natural reaction against drinking beer out of a can though? Or like are you okay with that?
I mean, I prefer a glass. I actually got some nice giveaway. I got some glasses that came with the cans. I'll get one.
Why they give you fucking beer in a can and they give you a glass? Why don't they just give you a bottle? Like
Coca-Cola.
why don't they just serve it properly? Like fuck.
I don't know. I'll message Ronda. This is nice. It like came with the like the thing. Like you know when I bought the bit, it came with like 2 glasses. All right, but now I got to try to pour well without pouring badly.
Pour well without pouring badly.
Yeah, that's what
Okay,
I said.
it's like, and now I gotta hit this mob without missing. Like, you know.
Whoa.
Look, oh, that's your first example.
Yeah, well, I'm like, it's like, there's such like a.
It's a good, it's an okay.
Squid-
No, don't-
It's
don't-
maybe a
don't-
little
don't-
big.
But that's
I
quite the
like
opinion
that's
of the
okay.
beer. Look at
What do
that.
you say?
Beer comes out of a bottle. Anything out of a can is dishwater.
I mean, it's literally the exact same thing, though. You know, like I get like drinking out of it isn't quite nice, but the medals are nice. But I don't really care that much.
Changes
like-
the flavor.
Being kept in the can, I
Yeah,
don't
drinking
think
it out of the
that
can, it tastes
drinking
different.
it out of,
Look at-
I
look
think
at
maybe
Contract
it's a
with
slightly
drinking
different feel.
Coca-Cola
Yeah,
out
yeah,
of a
yeah.
can.
But like pouring it out of a can into a glass, I guarantee you couldn't.
Oh,
have
yeah,
done
no,
it
no,
poured
no,
out
no,
of a
there's
water
no-
glass.
no,
Like,
I've-
you literally couldn't.
Yeah, yeah, no,
but-
100%. Well,
I don't think you could.
Like, you probably
I,
like chemically analyze it and but
yeah,
no,
okay,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
but like,
Like, there's a chemical difference.
we're
but
saying
that's
anything that comes out of it is just shit.
No,
I'm
no,
like, that's
squids.
insane.
Well, that's no. I think that's just because they put shit beer in cans typically.
Dude, these
That's
are
like,
these are some nice craft beers.
yeah, but I mean that's why I feel like I've got
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
an
yeah.
instinctive
And
reaction
it's
against
cheaper,
it.
probably, right?
Because anytime anyone offers me a can of beer, I'm like, really? Like, you know, even if it's like a can of like beer a beer brand I like, I'm like, but it's in a can though.
Just put it into a glass.
You are indeed Belgian. Belgian.
Fucking
Belgian.
Oh, it's
Belgian.
quite nice with this one.
Belgian.
Fosters.
I emphasize the G.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, you're the
So-
G, Contract.
What's
You
happening?
guys are walking down the main streets,
Making
The
my
high
way
roads.
downtown.
down south. When you guys see at the edge of the road, you see a stall, and there's a few people gathered around the stall, and on the table of the stall is like a huge crystal ball, and standing behind it is like this elderly lady hunched over with like a big nose. Either she just happens to look like a witch, or she goes to the trouble of looking like one.
Like Chris.
Exactly.
Well,
Nice.
gone.
Is that a deck of cards or many cards?
Maybe there's a deck on the table.
Whoa, we found it. boys.
Fucking, I'm all about that. I love fucking fortune tellers and shit. Like,
Okay.
is there a crowd? I want to like elbow my way to the
Yeah,
crowd.
well, no,
if
there's
there
not
is.
a crowd. There's like 3 people standing.
Oh,
standing
I join them. There's a
at the
4th
stall.
now.
And she's just finishing like
Raymond
reading
knows
someone's
how to do it.
palm over the crystal. She's like, "Yes, I'm afraid your grandmother will die very soon. My condolences."
I laugh out loud in the back.
I like.
It's like, laugh.
I put a hand on this guy's shoulder who's getting the bad news and look very solemn. Like, oh, sorry, my
You're supposed to
friend.
do
Well, like Max is just cackling.
This is great. I was like, what?
As you're laughing, full on, she looks at you and points at you. Says, "You are in grave danger,
I know.
and you don't know."
Dad,
Oh,
my
it's
dad-
you don't know it yet.
My dad is so fucking pissed.
Yeah, his parents are gonna murder him. It's true. He's in He's chuckling in danger.
Hey, how come you didn't look
the
at
danger I speak of is of a mortal kind.
Dude, he's
That's-
like.
If you give me but 5 golds,
Yes,
I
deal.
will tell
5
you
gold.
this tale.
5 gold.
I
I kind of give
already-
the same gold. What's her name? Oh, you pay her.
I'm
Excellent.
literally, as soon as she says a 5 gold, I'm like, fucking yes. But about me instead.
Nah. She's talking about me, man. I'm gonna die soon. It's gonna be cool. Wait. Who dies sooner, me or this guy's grandmother?
The cloud above your heads, all of your heads, and she does like a dramatic like pan. It's bigger than I've ever seen.
You alright? I'm like, oh, right. Wait, he paid you the gold. What's the story?
Yeah, come on, tell us.
The danger that is facing you is neither black nor white.
I look at
It
the
is
tiefling.
grey.
I look at the tiefling.
Face is grey. Nice, good to know. Force grey sort of thing? Are they going to betray us?
Dude!
It could happen. Betrayal plotline.
I look at Maloon. Where's he gone off?
Big fan of the books, yeah.
Alright. Anything else?
No, that's quite it.
That's it. Five gold! 5 gold!
What's
Keeping up the line.
you gonna do something with the?
Danger and all
Hang
that.
on, no, I pay my money's worth. Do something with the ball or the cards or something.
Yeah. Use the cards. Use the cards.
Use the cards.
Cards.
No, read my palm. Read my palm.
Dude, there's nothing there.
Okay, she very reluctantly takes this. Fine. Okay, so
I look at her closely while she's doing this.
I got nice palms. All I'm saying, like.
well, perhaps I was wrong about your danger specifically, friend.
Oh,
It seems like you will die in a terrible fire. Not but 2 days from now.
Why does everyone die so soon?
2 days from now, huh? Terrible fire in the city.
Indeed, there will be many victims, including you.
Man, that sucks. Have you told like the authorities?
It is fate. I cannot change it.
But like, you give them some warning.
I have given you warning.
Yeah, but like, okay, we're not the fire
Yeah,
department.
force grey. You know. Well,
I
okay.
guess,
doesn't
fuck it.
That's
Okay.
that's good to know. 2 days, huh? All right, I'll
2
enjoy them.
days. Spend your time wisely. Now move along.
Jacko, I take out a loan. Like a really long
I
term.
take out
like,
fire insurance on the
Fire insurance.
I take out fire insurance on me.
I mean, you can see Myrtle about
He's a
it.
benefactor though. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go away looking a bit thoughtful.
She really, as we kind of walk away, I'm
As-
like,
as you're walking away, she's
everyone's dying.
You will face a terrible danger. To the next one.
Nice.
Like, she's like, normally they're like, shit's good. She's like really going hard on the other side, huh?
Yeah, she knows how to, catch an ear.
Dude, 5 gold though for saying you're gonna die in a fire?
I like shrug and I say it was just burning a hole in my pocket.
Thought we were like fixing the fucking place.
Yeah, but I mean, I spent most of. I don't have anything. I can't afford anything else on that list right now. I spent most of what I had on the furniture.
Yeah, but like multiple increments of gold.
I've never been good at that.
Mm,
If it's there, I want to spend it. That's the way I see it.
sure.
Speaking of which, you want to see? Oh no, actually, I've got enough to buy drinks. But yeah, let's think on this. What we've been told.
What were we told again? You're gonna die in a fire?
Yeah,
You're
the
gonna
danger
die.
we face is grey, not black nor white. And I specifically is going to die in a fire in 2 days. Fun to think
I'm
about.
sorry to hear it, man. Like, you've had a good long life, though.
You know what that means, though, right? I'm effectively immortal for the next 2 days.
Ooh, that's true. Do you want to test it?
Not really, because
Yeah.
just a crazy old lady who scammed me out of 5 gold. But it's
It's like
worth
80% chance. Yeah.
Keep that in the back pocket. Immortality.
Nice, man.
We want to find the place we're going to, Jacko.
Just yeah, tar.
Okay, you guys
Oh, the
keep
theatre on the
walking
way,
down
that's right,
the
yeah.
streets. You guys actually pass. Oh no, you don't quite pass it now. But yeah, you guys as you pass along the market is always like hugely busy. It is basically like a bazaar of tents and markets and stuff like that. And you guys come upon the theater on this corner right here. It is a huge building, like opulent, like rich, fancy, like a real word equivalent would be like a Greek style of like marble and stuff like that. Yeah, you know that this is the theater of like the biggest theater.
As we as we like walk up to the entrance, I'm gonna like turn to them. It's like more particularly like Jed and Mordai, and I'm like, look, Mordai, you've like seen my dad. You know like how it is, and I guess my real name. Jed, you don't fucking know any of this. So I'm Marius. Nice to meet you. Blah blah blah. Obviously, when we go in there, there's a good chance at least some of the people will recognize me. You know, seem kind of familiar. So I'm, not gonna fucking pretend my name's Max. But just, you guys like just.
It's like hanging out with a drag queen. It's like, it's gonna be weird. We're gonna go in there. Some of them are gonna call me Brittany.
Or like
You're just gonna have to,
like a superhero.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It's cool,
Fair
man.
enough.
We don't judge. People can call you,
I don't mind.
Just because a couple of knobs call you Marius,
But
it's not gonna
like, you
change my
guys
opinion.
want to
of you.
go in and like go talk to Mert and like be like, oh, November is our friend. We want to loan. And I would go fuck with
I think maybe the knobbing about is best left to the knob.
them. Alright.
I agree.
Sure. But like, it's here's the kind of thing though. I don't really want to talk to Mert about a loan. Like I think he'll recognize me. Like I met him like once properly.
Is that a
But,
problem?
like-
Isn't that going to swing the loan in our favor? Maybe.
Maybe, but if my dad knows I'm using the family name to get a loan on an abandoned haunted property, he might not improve the situation. But
I
if
get that.
we
I get
the
that there's
loan-
practical aspects, but you do realize your father doesn't really have any more ownership over that name than you do, right?
I mean, he could make my life pretty hard, I think.
Just make his harder back one day.
But like, we could not make either of our lives hard, and it'd be kind of easier though.
Yeah, but I mean, if he chooses to make your life hard as a result of you having a chat to Mert, look, Mert's a businessman. You're a guy. Why does your father have to get involved in what's going on between the two of you? I mean, I know why because I've met him, but like
Yeah.
more kind of like in a general,
Alright,
doesn't need to have
sure.
a right.
I told him Mert as well, but
Look, I'm just saying we've got the Vajra Safar visit in our back pocket if we need to,
yeah, sure. We can
Like,
get
whack
you
on my
executed
eyebrows.
if we really need to.
Exactly.
Alright, but look, I want to go talk to my mum first.
Not like they dare execute Vajra Safar. It's just like genius when they like go to kill you, just disguise person again.
It's like, what if I am though? Are you willing to take that risk? And yeah, I mean, I kind of go up to like the entrance. Well, no, I know there's like a I don't want to say
there's
working
a
entrance, but like a back
stage,
entrance, like a
stage,
stage entrance. Yeah, I'll kind of like head around the back, I guess, and just going through that.
Okay. That'll
I
lead
guess, like-
you into the dressing rooms and a shorter path into like the main theater room, like the area.
But at this point, are you guys like following me, or
No, we'll just hang
So
out.
you're just gonna wait
We're
outside.
hanging around.
You go in the back entrance. We'll probably hang around like outside the back entrance then, like wherever you.
Okay,
want
but
to.
like you want me to go speak to Mert by myself then, yeah?
Yeah, well, like I mean, wait. We're here to see your mother.
I'm gonna chat to my mum and get her to convince my
The
dad.
Mert. The Mert thing was just Raynar said, hey, swing by Mert. He might have it. Like that's right. Yeah, he was like maybe have a loan. Okay, no, yeah, now because the context.
Yeah,
is
dude,
like,
that's why.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like, maybe I do.
Like I
wanna
know
talk to
Mert's
him.
like I met him, but, like I don't know.
I say I kind of like I say I don't think we're like I think the loan thing is maybe more of like a long term option. For us.
Alright,
I
so we don't even
necessarily-
chat with him. For
I don't
now.
think we necessarily need to get into that right now. We've still got things
Sure,
going
I'll
on.
just we'll just pretend we said hi from Maynard, but not actually. That's what I always do.
I
when someone
think
says, "Say hi
we'll-
from me." I agree.
We'll make sure we deal with the haunted problem first before we even think about the bar, I think.
Sure, alright. Well, I'll just be a couple minutes and I'll just go say hey. Alright, be back soon. And then yeah, they lead me into the fucking main theater or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way through the stage entrance. I'm assuming you're not like stopping to chat with anybody. Like you see a few like faces from like years back, like that were like part of the practice, the orchestra that you were part of, like the children's orchestra. You maybe think you see like a familiar face, like a teacher.
You know, I actually joking. I had a place in the chorus orchestra. That's all I'm saying. You know, still. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what you mean by like the children's orchestra. But okay.
All right. You maybe see a couple familiar faces, but I'm assuming you're just looking for your mother.
Yeah, I'll just kind of like give people a nod, like yo, what up, man? Been a while. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't done any performances for like maybe like a month, but like before that, like every so often I did like play with them and stuff.
Okay,
So,
so
I would have liked known for a long time.
You find yourself going through the dressing rooms, and then you have you see like straight on like the side view of the stage, the backstage, and you see like there's some form of rehearsal going on right now. There's a man and a woman on stage, rehearsing, and on your right there's some steps down into like the actual theater, and you see spread around like the first few rows. You see a couple of people like looking at the performance on stage and like talking amongst themselves. And one of these people is your mother, and she is talking to. She's actually talking to Mert himself.
Oh, two birds with one stone. I see. No, I just kind of like take a seat, I guess, like a couple rows behind, and just like wait for that conversation to end.
Okay. After a few minutes, Mert nods to her and goes upstage and starts having a conversation with the two actors.
So when he does that, I get out of the row and I go up to basically I go into the row behind the one she's like sitting in, and like when I get level with her, I kind of like go over and I'm like, excuse me, mother, can we talk for a bit?
She turns around in surprise and says, Marius, what a surprise! What are you doing here?
There's something I need to talk to you about. It's a bit of a.
You're not in trouble again, are you?
I don't think I should be, but I think Father may have a different opinion.
He has been stressed lately. It is true. All right. Can we converse right now, or do you wish to?
Yeah, if you're free, if you can go on break, it would be. Yeah, I'd like to talk.
Well, they're currently rehearsing the speaking parts. I have no part in that. Yes, I have some time.
Great.
She stands up and waits for you to lead.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I guess I probably know which one her dressing room is.
Sure. Yeah, she you guys got a room for the two of you, and she like anxiously like turns around. She looks like she's about to go for a hug, but then she's not quite sure. She just stands there.
I just kind of look a bit sad, and I kind of if she looks like she goes for a hug, I'll give her a hug back.
Okay, yeah, and then she accepts it like tentatively and like.
I'm like, look, mother, I know I've been I know you're not home that much, but I've been out quite a lot the last few days, and there's a reason for that, and I know I don't think you're going to be very happy, and I know Dad is really not going to be happy, but I've been, I don't want to say out with some friend, that makes it sound much more casual. I've been working with some people who I know Dad.
In a band of some sort, or
I guess in a way they were. Well, one of them I just knew as a friend, and the others I met, but we were helping on a mission. I wanted to see more of the world, right? I just wanted to get out there and see some more. And they were talking to me, and they did the same good talk, and then we went on the ground, and there was an illicit, and there was all this stuff that started happening, all right? And look, I don't really know. I just it's really weird, but the long and the short of it is, I think I need to be an adventure.
She regards you for a few seconds.
That's nice.
And I know it sounds like, what is he talking about? It seems stupid, but I've already done a couple little quests, and I highlighted logos. You see this? I was actually inducted into the Grey Hands. And, like by the Black Staff herself. Like I was in like a meeting with her, and she was like giving us like a job, and we did it. And she was like, "You're now a member of the Grey Hands." And
My face goes more worried as you're talking.
And Dad's gonna kill me. But like, I think I like it. Like, and I'm using the music, and I know it's not the music you like, but I am using music to like help others and like inspire people, and to like like to share with the world and to like learn more, and like that's all what you're all about, right? Like, it's not your music, but it's still the same idea, no?
Oh, Marius, you're so young, and this sounds like a life full of danger.
Yeah, I can't really argue with that.
Look, your father, he's not a perfect man. I've realized this, but I still love him as I love you, and he loves you back. And he has trouble sometimes expressing this, I know. But the life that we have set out for you is a good one. It will be safe. You will be appreciated by many. Your talent is without question. It would be such a shame to have that go to waste.
But what if I don't want that life? What if it won't actually make me happy?
But do you know what you want yet? For an elf, it would take 100 years, perhaps 200, to know their destiny in life.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I don't know, you're right. Maybe in like 30, 20 years I'll decide you were right, but what if I'm right and I'll never get to experience his life because I'm trying to do the life you chose for me without me knowing?
Oh, I'm proud.
Like
Raven is like
at the window,
I know I'm young, and I'm like, and I'm probably not making the best decisions in my life right now, I admit, but they are I want them to be my decisions. Even if I make a mistake, I want to be my mistake. I want to get to make mistakes and make wrong choices, but also make good choices, and not just not have choices.
Oh, I know it must be hard for you. But I do not know if your father will ever accept that.
So what, he'll disown me?
I would fight against it. I would fight. I only wish you to be happy.
I only want to be happy.
I'm not quite sure that the ideas that you've gotten in your head right now are the ones that will bring you fulfillment in the long term.
Like, you definitely might be right. Like, honestly, it's been a weird few days, but can I just try? Like, I promise. If it makes you happy, I'll try to be better with my studies. I'll try to learn more of your music. I'll like really try, but I just want to be able to try something else as well. And like not need to be like embarrassed, but have to use a different name. But my dad's embarrassed that if someone could know that his son's an embarrassment to him.
Oh, no, that's the last thing we would want you to do, to be embarrassed.
Well, Dad's embarrassed of me.
You.
But he is.
No, he's just scared for you. He has not had an easy life himself. He has gained much of his success. He was not given it. But he is a bit stuck in his ways. Look, I know this is a very important time for you. I will try and speak with him. I will try and convince him that we must release you a bit of our love in the ways that we might express it.
Yeah, I know.
And he will appreciate any steps you make towards appeasing his wishes as well.
Thank you, Mother. It's like I'll come home tonight, like not before too long, and I'll talk to him about it. I just wanted to see if you could. I don't want to say like soften him up, but that would be silly. But
I know.
He found some of my friends earlier and told them I would never be leaving the house again, and it scared me somewhat.
course. Now he just says these things. He doesn't mean them. Look, let us just have dinner with the three of us. Like, it's been so long. And we can talk about this. And you know, your father wishes you to be a part of this new opportunity that we've been given. This new play that we're allowed to write the music for. He wishes you to learn.
If it'll help him give me more space, I mean, sure, I'll try. I get it. Like, if I want you guys to accept me, I gotta also accept your style of music. But sure, we can talk about it.
I do love you, Marius.
I love you too, Mother.
Just be careful, okay?
I will. I will definitely be careful.
No, our part of the city is quite safe, but I worry when you gavilant about.
Kind of nod. It's like, true, but the amount of nobles we run into on this thing, never ever. In fact, you wouldn't. You'd be surprised.
You have met? Well, that's a story for tonight, perhaps.
Indeed, we can go over it in more detail. Thank you, Mother. Good luck with the rest of the rehearsal.
Thank you. Have fun with your friends.
Thank you. We're off to find a murderer who killed elves.
That's also good. Alright, so she actually stays in the room for a bit. I'm assuming you leave. And,
Yeah. I know. I just head outside to the others.
Expensive. Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
The others. Willem is currently unavailable, I believe.
What a bastard.
What about? Oh no.
No.
He's
still currently up there.
He went to the bathroom.
What a bastard.
Yeah.
Alright, so Max returns outside.
Alright, that could have gone worse, I guess.
Nice.
Well, you came out.
Yeah, I wasn't really scared out with Mother, but I promised I would come back for dinner and we're gonna all free talk about it, and that'll be it'll be alright. It'll be alright. I think she sees it. I kind of shake my head. Anyway, where we were gonna go meet a murderous dude who's killing elves, right?
Yeah,
Just
so
put about my safety. Can you believe that? Crazy.
Yeah, only
Think about it.
real lead we have.
If I die, will you go let them know? By the way, what happened?
If we're alive, yeah.
Cheers. I mean, if you're all dead, I can't really blame you.
Well, our only current lead is Mole Skull Tavern by the
Sure,
docks.
sounds lovely. Let's go.
I
Awesome.
lead them
Sound
same
that
way
lovely.
I went to the docks.
Let's go anyway.
Okay. Let's see. You guys go further south along the high road. You actually pass Willem's apartment.
What a shithole.
You pass the yawning
Oh,
portal.
definitely all moved out.
Actually,
of there,
I would mention. Are we going to Candle Lane first?
Oh yeah, almost we got a good.
Oh, I
one.
gotta check out see if the watch left that amulet behind.
Yeah.
Candle Lane is here.
I mean, they left it behind last time. Like, they'd already cleared out when we went
Yeah,
up and checked the upstairs.
Fair.
We
Yeah. I guess we just
have a look-see, so no
Yeah.
one's occupied it.
scope out the building.
As you guys walk into Candle Lane, you know which house it is. It's like on the other end of the lane, with the one working lantern, and on the street. And you guys see like a guardsman standing outside, like someone of the watch.
It's like actually like
Just
guarding that place.
lazily leaning against the wall next to the gate.
But like specifically looks like guarding that place, right? Not just
Guarding
like,
that place, yeah.
Ugh, how tedious.
And what the fuck are they doing there? How many? It's been like 2 days, right, since this all happened.
It's been a few days.
Like-
Who wants to distract him away? Fine, I'll do it.
I saw the dying dwarf you did before, man. It was fucking brilliant. I was just in the theater, didn't have a patch on you, mate.
Yeah, I could try that.
Like, if you ever want a different career path, I have some
I
connections.
kind of evaluate the state of the building. I can't remember. Were there like windows upstairs? Maybe on the back side that maybe someone could climb up to.
Let me actually look. There's definitely windows on the ground floor. There's the balcony that is open, and that leads into like the open room. And on the back side, like so on the like the opposite side that you're currently at, there's like one window that they jumped out of when the scuffle happened.
Right, that's the opposite side to the side the guard's standing on, right?
Yeah, like the guard's not within view of that window.
Nice. Could we get to that window without like having to overtly walk past the guard and like the building? Could we like go around like another alley to get around behind it?
Yeah, you'd have to like go around the opposite.
That's viable. Okay, so I mean, I guess I just remember this. So I say there's a window around the back they jumped out of. We could double back, approach it from a different side, and help ourselves in there if there isn't a guard on that way. Might be better just to not get involved with the watch if we can avoid it.
Yeah, they might recognize
That's probably the best choice.
Okay, you guys double back to the west side of Candle Lane. Yeah, you guys are on the corner. You know that the guard is like on the opposite side of that wall that you're currently at, like 20 feet away. And if you climb over this walled fence, then you'll be on the grounds of the hideout basically, and you'll be staring at the window, so you know you're pretty close.
I'm like, well, like Jet, you like seem to unlock the trapdoor real easily, so you can probably deal with like any any problems. You go take the fall.
I nod. Just help me out.
I like described this. It was in the. I described what the locket looked like. I can remember when we like saw it. Like it was in like the office, I think.
Yeah.
I give them some rope and I say like. If
I
I tell
yes,
you to
in case the guards find us, I make a noose.
Just to help me from the other side if I need to get over.
Is
Is this wall hard? Like too hard to go over? Do I need a strength check for this?
We give him a boost, you know. I give him no. He's assisted. He got 3 of us. Jack will be assisted.
That's why I.
We make a human pyramid. We make a human pyramid.
Yeah, so let's get him.
Yeah.
And yeah, you don't need to roll. Yeah, you hop over the fence. I will need you to make a stealth check. Though.
Okay.
See how quiet you land and just.
Human determination.
Okay.
You choose that after, right? No.
Okay.
23.
That is a specific. I'm not quite lucky, I think. Yeah, you land without much of a noise. It is pretty soft ground in this garden area.
We just like yeet you over the wall and hear nothing. We're like, wait, what?
It's like, dude, this is still going up. I look up in the air. Yeah.
Just kept going.
You see a boarded up window on the ground floor that you guys never went through, and you see like a broken window.
Didn't the Kenko open it, didn't they, to attack us?
Oh, that's on the opposite. That is on the.
Okay, that's on the opposite.
You can go like around to the front end of the building. But then there's a chance that the guard will hear.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a border up one, and then there's one on the.
Yeah, on the second floor, there's the one that's broken through, and that is currently still open.
Okay. Do I have any clear way of being able to get into to reach the second floor?
There's a rusty rain pipe that will work. It'll require a bit of a jump though, because it's on the corner of the house. So it would need to be an athletics.
Okay. I'll thieves tools I'll listen and see if there's anyone inside.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
Dude, he's beginning.
I hear nothing.
You hear nothing.
I thieve tools the.
Okay. The boards of the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 4 boards in total, so it takes you about 30 seconds of like quick and they.
I'll carefully peek through the window, see if there's anyone there.
It's quite dark. There's not much sunlight going through because there's a walled fence. But you don't see any movement.
Okay, I go in.
Okay.
and I sneak upstairs.
Okay. Yeah. No, other than a few rats, you don't encounter anything. And you go. You search for the locket. I'm
Yeah, the
assuming.
locket where Max and Mordai told me
Yeah.
that it would be.
Yeah, it takes you a while because it's very dark up here. Oh no, yeah. There's a bit of light streaming in from the broken window in the opposite room, but where they told you to find it was like the one and next to it. Yeah, it takes you like 2 minutes, but eventually you find tucked away in the corner is like on the floor. There's laying like a broken but very ornate necklace.
Okay,
Like
I
locket,
make
yeah.
sure to tuck it carefully in one of my bags, and then I head towards the window.
Okay.
After 2 minutes, guess he's dead. We'll just leave.
Just
like we
just
did.
one another stealth check. One more.
Okay, well, good. I'm just gonna do that. Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh, yeah, no problem. You
So quiet. What a monk.
take your time. And you suddenly the rest of the party. Are you trying to climb the wall back up yourself, or was that? Or did you use a rope?
Well, is that what the noose is for?
Yeah, that's what the news is for.
I tied like a
use-
noosey thing in the end, and like, I guess like
Did you
after
head in this?
would have thrown it over, like, and given enough length so it would have been like laying on the ground for like a foot to stand in.
Yeah, with
Okay,
the
so
assistance
you-
of the rope,
Or, like,
I
whatever.
climb over.
Or can I put it around his arm? Or I don't know.
And
it's up to him.
suddenly, there's a light gust of wind, and suddenly Jet is standing next to you again.
Like, oh, you good work, man. You got it.
How on earth did you climb over without me noticing I was bracing the rope? That is so stealthy. That's incredible.
Dude, obviously he's lighter than
That's-
air.
Ah, it's insane.
Yeah, I take out the.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Oh, I was doing it the wrong way around.
Fucking idiot. Mate, so you find it? Let's see.
Yeah, I like called it up. It seems to have been broken in.
Exactly.
Yeah, so the locket, it's made out of silver, but you see once you open it, like the back wall of it is like removed, and it seems like there was a hidden compartment.
Interesting. Nothing in the compartment.
I say.
Does it have any special shape or just like hollowed out?
Spirit of
The
Rain.
compartment, it's a bit egg-shaped, like a 2D egg.
Okay.
Ooh.
So we're looking for an egg.
Spirit of Raynar's mother will be so upset when she finds out her locket has been broken into.
Was her locket?
That was the excuse Raynar gave us when we asked why it was important to him. He said it was his mother's.
Oh.
Excuse.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, not that that's not. That may have been a reason, but I feel like
nothing in it.
I feel like part of why he cared about the locket was that it could have been.
So, like,
Yeah,
the
it had something
dudes who
inside.
had the locket took out the secret map to the Vault of Gold and then, like, threw the locket away. Who was it who stole who? Who was it who grabbed the locket off again? Was it the bad guys or the other bad guys?
Zentarim had it first, but we don't really know what the order of events was
The
exactly.
Zentrim had it.
Well, the
I'm
Zentarim.
pretty. They opened it up as the
They were then attacked with it. Like the Zentarim initially kidnapped both of them, and had the locket in their possession.
was it the bad
At some
kind of
point, they were
The bad Zentarim,
the bad like rogue Zentarim faction that was based out of Candle Lane. They kidnapped Floon and Rhaegar, Raynar, and Raynar, like had them both. Had the locket in their possession. Presumably got into it in that time.
So it was probably those guys.
But they were
who-
also, but they were all killed. That entire faction, as far as we know, was killed when the.
Didn't some of them escape through the window?
Was that any of maybe? So
Was
a
that not the
rogue.
set-
So if a rogue Zentarim faction has the whatever was in the locket, then there's a fairly good chance
That dude on the mountain.
that Urstul Floxen. has
Dude, we just
something
need to
do
find
with
it
it.
first in Urstul Floction.
I think we need to talk to I think we need to talk to Davil Starsong about him tomorrow maybe. Given that we've got plans this evening.
Mordai can be on that mission.
For now though, let's go be bait. Who wants
you
to
guys-
take the locket, by the way? I'll add it to my sheet if no one desperately wants it.
Yeah, I'll give it to him.
Cool.
You guys continue onwards towards the southern dockward. The jet leads you towards the actual harbor area. You see like the bustle of activity that I described before for Jet. He leads you to an inn. Wait, let me zoom in to see. It was here on the corner here.
Yeah, I remember.
The Mule Skull Tavern.
The Mule Skull.
Mule Skull.
The mule
like a mule.
Jacko,
Yeah, like a mule.
I realize I've done this to myself, but what is this triangle of infernal ticking that I've got on my character sheet?
You don't know?
But what
You don't
actually
remember
what
that?
actually
We
actually
found
you
it when
know-
we were
you know
exploring
this?
the sewers, remember?
and what is what actually is it
Armored.
though? Like physically, like what's the physical description of it?
Oh, it's like a pyramid shape of dark metal, and you can hear like
Okay, right.
gears inside of it, like
It's a
spinning.
fucking bomb.
Yeah.
And you with investigating, I think Mordai found like an infernal symbol on the
Okay, I
bottom
don't
of
actually
the
have it on
pyramid.
me right now. It's back at the place, but
It's what's gonna start the
Interesting.
fire. That's
I'll,
what I'm saying. It's what's gonna
I've
cause
got
the
quite a lot of
fire.
stuff. But I'll
Summon
just have to
fucking
come back up.
demons.
But I'll make a mental note to ask someone about that at some point, as I
I got
remember.
the
it
mysterious
exists.
clicking, the demonic triangle. Would you guys
In
want to know?
2
what that-
days, it's gonna burst into fire.
Mhm.
Nice.
All right, so ignoring the ticking time bomb, Mule Skull Tavern. It is quite far south, and it's mostly for sailors. So I'm not sure if any one of you would have visited this frequently, if at all. But it is quite big. It seems to be like the main harbor tavern. And once you step inside, it is. The first thing you notice is like squeakily clean, like there's like shine on the floor, like it's beautiful. You see it's fairly empty. There are a couple of patrons scattered about. You see behind the bar is like a middle-aged gentleman, and he's staring.
Gentleman, not an elf.
No, the bartender's not an elf.
What?
He's staring angrily, or kind of angrily at like a group of like dirty workers of some kind. And you can see the workers have like
Are they elves?
tools next to them, their clothes are like
The dwarves,
Stinky.
right? The dwarves, yeah.
no, they're all human.
Okay.
Human, get out of this fucking elf-only tavern, you piece of shit.
I'll go up and buy everyone a drink.
Is there a stage, Jacko?
There's no stage, but
That
it is
is-
quite big and it's quite empty. So you can either make yourself a stage, or you can just find like an empty corner. And
I gotta go to the bartender.
Oh, I said I'd buy everyone a drink.
Excuse me, before my friend buys drinks off you, do you mind if I played a bit of music?
Dude, I'm fucking thirsty.
yeah, the bartender is brown-skinned, mostly like balding, and he's a bit fat. Sorry, you said, excuse me, can I?
Do you mind if I play a bit of music?
Oh, the inn is a bit of a sorry state right now, so if anything you can do to cheer the place up, I'll be.
Cheery
Much
music.
obliged.
I got
you
you,
could
fam.
possibly serve our drinks before he starts playing, for no
I
particular
got you,
reason.
fam.
Of course.
I kind of. It'll take me a minute. to
No,
tune up.
for
4 ales.
I like to tune it up. Here's a little number I like to call my fucking parents.
Cheerful as hell.
Roll me a performance.
One
You
day I
will
Will
will.
see-
you
well
see
indeed.
tears streaming down your face as you're playing?
Why are we all so bad? It's 12, you know, it's not bad. It's fine. Bad for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's clear that you're experienced in the playing of the instrument. But
I ain't a shit tavern, I play shit music, you know.
Do we get served our drinks? Do we at least
Yeah, you
that?
get- yeah,
Thank
you-
God.
as you
Fine,
asked,
man, it's a
it
12!
gives you 4 ales and like perfectly cleaned glasses.
But like, it's a 12 of a genre no one likes, you know? It's like,
What do you mean, no one? This is the Dark Ward, this is where they like punk.
maybe.
He slings the cloth over his shoulder and says, well, is there anything else I can help you with? It's a bit early for dinner, but you know.
Hey,
You know?
you can maybe help me with something. I think like a mug of ale is like a copper, Jacko, so I took off like 4 copper
Yeah.
for that. But now I get a.
That's a shitty kind. You can get medium quality.
No,
for
that's
3
that's.
You get
what
the
I
shitty
saw.
kind, don't you worry.
But I
The
now
kind
get
of the
a
cans,
nice,
Jacko.
fat, shiny silver piece, Jacko, and I,
Mhm.
kind of, just kind of spin it around a little bit on the countertop, and I say, "Do you know anything about I heard a few elven types were getting murdered around here recently.
Murder?
Anything about that?
Oh no, I don't quite know anything about that.
Sure,
That's just troubling business, though.
it's a shame. Like, take the
You
silver
you
piece,
see this as if
put it
there's
back on my
been
couch.
multiple murders.
I honestly don't have that much information about it myself. I'm just going by word of mouth.
Things do get quite rowdy at night, but
I'm here to show an interest. You know anyone who might have heard anything, if something is going on? Who do people talk to around here? I kind of turn my back and I kind of glance out at the patrons.
yeah, you see, you see the group of like dirty workers. You see like 2 gnomes sitting at the fireplace, and you see a half elf sitting at the bar, like on the opposite side of the bar. He said, "Well, no, I wouldn't really know anything about that. Perhaps ask the watch. Usually, I know they don't come often in my establishment, but
Yeah, they're not loose-lipped. Well, some of them are in the wrong way. It's a corrupt loose-lippedness kind of thing, but I'm not that, rich right now. Pour myself a drink.
excuse me, friend, that is
It's my job.
property. Oh, what the fuck? Did you see that? Like, 3 of you just took the drink at the exact same
You
time.
encouraged us to, Jacko. What else could we do?
So I can clip it, post it on Hydro Homies. They'll fucking love it.
Hydro homies. I don't know if they will.
Is anybody drinking water? Oh, Chris,
I'm drinking water.
just Photoshop the rest.
Most definitely on water.
Who's definitely?
The water in a can.
You can get
The way
that.
to do it.
You guys gotta stay hydrated.
For my next song, I will play.
Mom's alright.
I'll go just sit with the others while he plays whatever he's about to play.
I'll play The
Okay.
Kids Are Alright.
Is that one of the songs I have on?
No, definitely not. It's a song by
Offspring,
Offspring, I
right?
believe.
But, yeah. I'll just sit with the others and kind of. I guess we'll just let it get busier.
Another performance check.
Uh,
Oh, we go! He knocks it out the park! Boom, boom!
I guess it gets busier pretty quick, huh? I bet
Oh,
you
yeah!
Dude, you better have something good to follow this up with, or you're gonna
Nah,
fucking.
this is you end on a high, my friend.
You're gonna disappoint a lot of people.
We keep this song going all night long.
after 3 minutes, I'm gonna have to make you another performance check.
No.
Yeah, the song's a banger. The workers are like, oh yeah!
Fucking pumpkin spreading, my boys. It's spreading.
Jacko, I go around with a hat.
Ooh, okay. The workers, they each like look in their
Spit in it.
tiny gold purses, and they flick you like a copper, like
Nice.
for a
Rounds.
drink.
Rounds. So, how many
The-
coppers do I get?
The
Or is that
gnomes
just one of
don't
one of them?
seem to want to like they're trying to ignore you as you're going around by them.
Look in their faces.
The-
They're like, yeah, I see the no eye contact. Just move past them. Like, I don't want to pester them.
The half sitting at the bar gives you an appreciative nod and inflicts you 5 silver.
Oh, 5 silver, boys!
Okay, I can't tempt this guy with a silver, huh?
You're like, wait a second, isn't it? My blind was way too small.
He's wearing traveling clothes, but are of quite fine make.
You're like, hey, do you want 5 silver, my friend? You got some information.
I gauge. Okay, and I guess so. Yeah, having gauged the relative wealth and interest of the room, I will go back to where the party is sitting, and I'll just sort of sit down with everyone. How many? Did everyone give me a copper from the?
Yeah, there's a total of 5.
5. Nice, 5 copper. Okay.
Oh my god. That's
So
like
yeah,
Five.
I sit down with the party and say, let's let it busy up a little bit and see who comes in. See who's worth talking to. The elf over there certainly not just anybody. he tipped pretty well for that performance. I mean, it was a stellar performance. Did you come back over after you finished the song, or did you?
Definitely not. I'm just
No, okay.
if Jack wants me to make more performance checks, I can make more performance checks.
Okay.
Yeah, like let's say this crit of yours, you're good for like about 15 minutes. You have a nice repertoire.
Nice.
But if you continue playing that for someone else,
I say to the others, when it busies up, maybe we'll have a couple of other options. But the elf probably worth talking to, and the workers don't seem all that wealthy, so maybe a little bit of coin, couple of rounds their way could earn us some favor, and you know, people know things. All kinds of people know things.
Yeah, that's true.
Can't hurt to ask. I mean, it can. Like, word could get to someone that shouldn't, but you know, I judge it worth the risk. But for now, I think we should just let it fill up a little bit more. So you comes in.
Okay.
I'm suggesting it's the other two.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they don't have to disagree. They can just agree, and we can do that.
Yeah, I agree. It's easier to talk with people when there's a bit busier.
Yeah. And more alcohol.
And more alcohol.
Murdo agrees as well. And you guys hang around for a bit. Max, make another performance check.
Oh god.
As the place is
You're already going flying, motherfuckers. I've got close. I'm done.
So one of the workers on the table, like he's crimey, but he stands up. He goes out the door, and like a few minutes later, he brings like a host of like buddies, like 10 more, and they shove tables together. Like there's one big table, just like here you are. Like,
After
if I don't get everybody out of this agent, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
After two full days of successive raving, the building burns down, tragically killing.
Sorry, Jack, what were you saying?
Here's Ian's performance or Max's performance.
Dude, it's fucking that's the good shit.
Oh, this one.
I want to respect these guys though. I don't want to piss people off, so don't go around with a hat again. This one's just like for them.
Yeah. So they're trying to sing along, but obviously they don't know this music. They're not very familiar with it, but they're rambunctious, and the alcohol starts flowing freely.
Nice.
It is still early. Like it's still like 4 p.m. at this point.
Fair enough. Well, we got time.
Getting off work,
Yeah.
Soonish.
I don't get that many drinks because we already had a bit, and I don't want to get like too wasted. So like every hour or so, I'll go up and like get another.
How long do you guys want to stay for?
Let it busy up a little bit. I want to sort of get the sense that we're sort of in the peak of this evening's revelries here.
You guys hang around. Weirdly, as you notice, normally it would start filling up at this point, but like one or two patrons come in like over the next 3 hours that you stay there. But
one or two.
But other than that, it remains pretty empty.
It's nobody here to see my fucking amazing rolls.
Except for like all the guys that you brought in. Well done. You fucking literally like tripled the space.
An audience of 50 people.
Yeah, that's true.
Like about 16 people like actively like cheering you on.
Yeah, when the time for my next performance check rolls around, I kind of decided I've had enough of my attempting to I decided to end on a fucking high.
Third crit.
And I kind of wave to the crowd. It's like, I beat max voltage and good night! And I, I kind of go off.
Yeah, Max! Max!
Yeah. But maybe I should.
I knew it! I knew you could do it.
Okay, but I want to see what the next one would have been.
I don't know about,
see if I made
you, Ray. Like, I would like talk to. Normally it would be the evening rush now, would it not?
Yeah, what the hell is everyone?
What the fuck? I kind of, as I come to down, I'm like, so what's happening, guys?
I don't know. I thought we'd like let a few more people come in, but it seems pretty quiet this evening.
I should have stayed. I should have stayed.
Other than the dock workers that you brought in, it doesn't seem like anyone.
And where? I thought this was like an elf place, but like there aren't that many.
Firstly,
elves.
I thought people would be hanging out here. Like, where the hell is it so quiet? Secondly, okay, fuck it. I'm gonna go ask some people then. See if anyone's heard anything. My other plan, look, I know it feels like I'm trying to stretch a lot of mileage out of the disguise person spell, but if I disguise myself as like a really helpless old elf and kind of limped around in alleys for an hour, I'm sure I'd get attacked by someone trying
But
to...
you might get attacked by mortal people and not the one we're after.
Yeah, but like, that's okay. As long as I don't end the spell, we can keep going.
Okay, yeah, that's true, We'll keep going, we'll have a mountain of fucking elf kills by the end of the night.
Yeah, like, I mean...
piling them
just,
up in an alley.
Let's, like, bring them all to, you know, Davil the next day. It's like, he's in this pile somewhere is the one you're looking for. Probably.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, go at Chavez. I mean, I can do some talking as well, you know?
Alright, why don't you... You seem to impress the dock workers. If you go buy them around, I bet they tell you anything they know. I'll go, you know, see what that half-elf... Jet, maybe you could go with Max and just kind of, you know, just hype
Give me
them
aid
up
on my
and
persuasion
be his
check,
hype
please.
man, you know.
Give me aid on my persuasion check.
I like think about it like me and Max's personalities, like how
The yin and the yang. You're all
Hype-
allowed that, right, man?
Hype them up. Like, they'll love you, man. They'll be like, who's this crazy straight man
Yeah,
next
let's
to this
go,
rock and roll
Jet. Let's
legend?
go. Let's go. Alright, there's like, wait, there's loads of them. I can't fit all the drinks in one hand anyway.
yeah, I'll help fucking Max with the drinks.
No, you're
Yeah,
gonna sit down and help me
around
talk
for,
to these
like, all-
fuckers, Jet. Yeah, I'm running around for all the dark workers. I appreciate the common folk.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the bartender takes your money, just puts them like in a row on the bar.
How much is it?
1
Six.
copper times.
So
yeah,
16?
Well, 15 copper. The
15 copper.
Yeah.
Whatever. Alright. So yeah, I kind of get. Alright, Jet, let me carry these. I kind of, you know, grab like I guess like 4 in each hand, and Jet also grabs 4 in each hand, so we got all 16 or whatever.
right.
And
It's
then
a
we
bit of
kinda,
spillage, but.
He's, whoa, I mean, he's pretty high dex. Yeah.
I mean, even you can roll a dex check, but it'll be very hard to not expel anything.
Okay, we can spill a little bit. We can spill a little
Yeah,
bit.
sure.
Put that.
Sleight of hand. Sorry, sleight of hand.
Okay, slide it in. Oh my god!
Well then, you had to roll, bitch. Okay, so.
You said I was
Dude,
gonna roll.
it just adds to his comic straight man
Well,
character.
I was gonna say there's a bit of spillage, but you managed to get there.
A lot of spillage.
So yeah, so you
I slip on something. It's too clean, the floor.
you walk towards. Yeah, you're like it's caught on like on a stool at the bar, and just like all 8 drinks that you're holding in your hand just come smashing down as you trip, and you take 1 bludgeoning damage.
Whoa.
It's
I'm like,
10%
dude,
my
Jet,
health
are you
now.
alright, man?
And the bartender leans over the bar and says, I just
Go
swept
clean
this
that up. Go
entire.
clean that up. He loves cleaning things. He runs a temple, for God's sake. Sorry, am I allowed to say for
He's
God's
holding a
sake?
few hairs he has on his hand.
Jed, will you mop that up, right?
I like stand up or like.
Jed, you'll mop that up, right?
You better.
Come on, Jet.
Just show me to where the tools are. No.
Take me to your
Take,
mom.
take me to
There you go,
the.
he's a good chap, he is. I kinda, but like, can you pour another 8, and I'll go in 2 runs.
Oh, sorry. You okay? So you pour. Well, before
God,
you
this
go
is
there,
assuming you don't fucking.
where a
not
Western bartender would have like a shotgun beneath the bar, this guy has like a mop, like he.
He
is ready for this. This happens daily.
Yeah,
Is it
and he
set
likes
his
it clean.
mop?
And it's a bit of blue rules on it. Yeah, and he pours another drink, so grumbling like, oh.
I tip him like, so I pay like another 8 copper, and I tip him a silver for trouble as well.
Okay. Very nice, very nice.
And then I go in 2 lots. I kind of like put down 8 of like the drinks at like the table, and I like do like, you mind if I join you, lads?
There's a bit of spillage as you.
Yeah, I don't.
But yeah, you
Roll
get most of
back
it intact.
I don't.
And,
Are these like a mix of acid, by the way, all the dock workers, or mainly almost all human?
There's a mix. Like they're mostly human. Like I'd say 7. Like okay, so there's 15 people. There's 10 humans. There's 2 gnomes. There's 1 dwarf and there's 1 elf.
So what's the
A
last
half
guy?
elf with an elf.
So what's the last guy?
Oh shit! Did I 15 people? 2 gnomes.
Yeah,
Oh shit! You're right. 3 gnomes.
3 no vans. No.
So many gnomes.
So I put down 8 drinks. I'm like, yo, you mind if I join you, lads?
Oh, max voltage! Of course.
Oh, you've heard of me. Good man. I kind of let me go get the other lot of drinks, and I like gonna go up and put down the 8, like And as I put it down, I was like, "So how's everyone doing tonight?"
You see, there's one that takes charge in the conversation. He's
Don't want to roleplay 15 people at once, do you? Let's see how it is.
wait, sorry. Yeah, he's like in his. It's almost in his 60s. Like he has wrinkles over his face. He has like short brown hair, like very dark eyes, and like rough skin. And he goes. Of course. Oh, sorry. What was your question?
How's everyone doing tonight?
Well, a lot better now that you're here.
Oh, you flatter me, man.
Especially with the ale that you've brought. This is going to be a good night.
My pleasure, man. You can't do enough for a good audience, man. I'll tell you, it makes all the difference.
Are you new around here? We frequent this bar quite a lot, but we haven't seen you.
Yeah, honestly, man, like, yeah, I live elsewhere in the city, but I'd heard there'd been like some troubles around here for like some of the Elvish folk, and I want to like, like liven up the mood and see if I can, bring a bit of happiness back. But then like, don't actually have any of this elves here, so I think I might have just heard the wrong stuff.
Well, this is a place for sailors and workers alike. There's elves come and go, but yeah, now that you mention it, it's been a bit quiet with their kind around here.
Yeah.
I don't really know anything about it, I'm afraid.
It's alright. Like, it's just I was hoping to spread some cheer, but if like.
Well, you've certainly done that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy with what I did, but yeah,
Look,
it's a shame.
I have a proposal for you. He like in his drunken state motions around the table. We are from the Dung Sweepers Guild. We have got a big company party soon.
Okay.
Now we want you to come and play.
It would be my pleasure.
Big hit.
It would be my fucking pleasure, man.
We don't have much to pay, I'm afraid.
No, that's not.
These days it
A
doesn't
good
matter.
audience is all the compensation I need.
You'll do it for free?
Well, for you guys, sure. You're like my brothers.
He puts a hand on like your face and says,
My face.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I like.
"Thank you." And as you move the hand,
like, I need to, like.
as you move the hand, there's just like a smear of dirt like left of it.
It's okay, and it will endear you to common folk.
Jet's just like mopping up in the background, like soaking in beer. Like, Max is like christened by this guy.
Yeah, so you hang around with this little
Yeah, my new brothers. I find out the deets, when they want me to perform, where, that kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah. You know that their guild hall is in the southern part of the trades ward, and yeah, I mean the Dung Sweepers. They're all about the city.
respected group, yeah.
They're like chimney sweepers, but worse.
They're an important group. They keep the city running. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, essential
They all work in
workers.
the sewers and stuff.
When there's a
like that.
lockdown, they're still fucking at it.
Getting paid minimum wage all on the streets, how it should be. Yeah.
Like heroes. Yeah.
Like heroes. You're one of your
I
heroes.
clap for
not
them
me,
every evening at 8
adventurer.
PM.
Yeah.
Clap for the dung sweepers.
But I do kind of casually, I believe this guy where there isn't much, they know, but I casually ask, did you notice there were suddenly there were less, throughout the night, and not all at once, but did you notice there were suddenly some people, or you said there was one Elvish dude, I'll ask him if he, if he's got any mates who are around but not here tonight, that kind of stuff, just not I don't think I don't believe they're hiding anything.
The elf speaks up, he's missing a 1 foot actually, he's got a
Peg leg.
A peg leg, exactly. And he says, I'll be honest with you, I have heard rumors. I fear to go out alone at nights. That's just the one thing I can grant you as advice. Do not step alone at night, especially not right now.
Thanks for warning me, man. I was honestly kind of pissing myself about heading home tonight, but I'll find someone else who's going the same way.
Right.
Yeah, and I'll be like, you be careful yourself, man.
Never found,
You probably can't run away very fast, so you be careful, my friend.
I know. Luckily, I have the companions of a life.
Fucking up, brothers! Yeah, I kind of raised another bit.
Brothers in arms as they raise their like.
Brothers in the
don't
legs,
keep in
let's
school.
go!
Right. Okay, yeah, you keep them company. The other three,
I'm sliding into this half-elf's DMs.
okay, slowly,
sweeping this
barstool
door
by
perfection.
barstool, you get closer to it.
He's making the bus so
Yeah,
tight.
I just like it's more or less a similar time as Max is like going over to the workers. I'll like go and I'll go and just sort of sit down next to him. I'll go up, I'll buy 2 drinks, and I'll sit down next to him and like put the drink kind of in front of him. This is assuming he doesn't already have like a full drink, because that'd be a kind of weird thing to do.
He has half a drink, but
yeah,
I mean,
okay.
you know,
Give him
he's
a menu
been
on.
sitting here the whole time you guys
I'll
are.
say-
So at this point, he's quite drunk.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll say, hey man, you see
Well,
you see my friend Mordai over there? Tiefling?
you're the one with the hats.
Yeah.
He looks at Mordai.
I accidentally put 5 silver in. Can I have it back?
He has horns.
He thinks you're pretty good looking.
I think I'm pretty good looking as well.
Is he pretty good looking, Jacko? I actually want to know.
Let me just roll something.
Public, please. I don't want any lies.
He is below average.
I don't know.
But he's got fine clothes, you know.
Oh yeah, he's got a lot of money. Makes a big difference.
Well, look, I won't stand between you, but for Mordai's sake, do you know anything about these elves that have been dying
I
recently?
know. Oh, die.
Yeah, it's apparently someone's been targeting elves, or a bit of a serial killer kind
Well,
of
the
job.
thing about elves is they usually don't die. That is their thing.
Yeah, but someone's been doing it for them, as in doing it to them.
Oh,
Yeah. Or maybe, I don't actually, honestly, maybe like,
ew.
I don't
I
really
don't-
know. I don't know the deets, I just heard it's happening. You know anything?
I'm
Guess not.
going on. I got here today by ship. I mean, I'm gonna be heading off in a few days, but
Can we go
I
with?
haven't heard anything yet.
Alright, well, we're around, man.
But don't worry. He points towards like a scabbard on his side. I can defend myself. I've seen rougher things on the seas than.
What a mighty sword. On that note, I like push the drink a bit more towards him. There's like a nudge it like an inch closer to just kind of highlight it, and I say, "That's from Mordai." And if you're interested, just swing by, I guess.
Speaking of swords, you know.
And
Showing
I
off
like
your
it.
sword
So I'm probably
skills.
done with this conversation long before Max is finished with the workers.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah. He takes a full drink and like raises it towards Mordai, but then doesn't
Wink, hello, cheeky wink.
he doesn't wink and he doesn't come closer.
Man, unlucky Mordai. I guess you all know time. Oh.
He has no idea what's going on.
I like sit down next to Mordai. I say, dude, I've been approaching way too many people for information recently. It's getting bored, and I'm taking stupid risks to spice it up. On the plus side, though, might have scored for you.
No, thank you.
Well, I don't say no until the offer's actually on the table.
Definitely not.
We'll see what comes your way by evening's end.
Yeah, we'll see how picky you can be, Mordai. Alright, let's relax. Any of the dung sweepers a hot guy or girl?
It's hard to tell, like behind all the dirt and grime on their faces and the tongue.
You and
You guys, wait around. It's like 7 p.m. at this point.
Alright. But about that point, I say guys, it's been a fucking hell of a night, but I'll catch you at the party. Just I got the
It's in a
deets.
week.
I got the deets. Might be dead by then, but if not, I'll be there.
Oh, we all might.
Because we all might be dead. As I kind of raise a drink. It's like, goodbye, my friends. And I head back over to the other table.
Salavi.
Say la vie. You only live once. YOLO, my friends.
Oh, Lord.
I kind of sit down with the others. I'm like, well, they don't fucking know anything. Like the one elf actually said he's heard of people dying, and he said be careful, not walk alone. So if you walk alone, maybe you'll get attacked, and we got it sorted.
I mean, that's usually how.
You hear that?
Maybe I don't
Raven,
even
you-
have to waste like the disguise.
Yeah, I mean, you do
self-spell
look
slot
pretty
then.
fucking weak and cowardly yourself.
Yeah, it's a good point. All right. Yeah.
But like,
Given
I
that
gotta,
I look like a bit
gotta
of a
be
bitch.
home pretty soon though, guys. But like, I gotta be like, so can we like, we were walking, we're like right itself. Can we walk up north anyway while you were doing this?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll go on ahead. You guys hang back like a corner, and if I get attacked, I'll yell real loud.
And then afterwards, I'll go. Excellent, great, sounds good.
We'll make our way in the direction of your home as we go.
Yeah, I mean, if they're in the dock ward, like,
Jacko, I bait.
Okay.
Oh, look at me! Just a
Um,
little support placing wards.
Oh, sweeping the streets.
I take like some really fucking shady back alleys as well.
Everyone, roll me an intelligence check.
I'm like,
Straight
Jack.
what?
intelligence.
Oh, what? Sorry, I don't
Straight
do those,
intelligence
Jacko.
check?
I don't do anything straight.
Could have done the elf, you know.
Nice.
Wait, okay, never
good
mind.
shit, good
Guys,
shit.
we're
Happened
fucking
twice.
Oh
You're
my
fine.
God.
Oh, we're
11
so
and a
smart.
13.
So
Um,
smart.
Yeah, it's not hard. Like you've heard this before. Like you've done investigating. You guys know that all these murders seem to have happened in the dead of night. Like it is 7:30 right now. The sun's still out because it's like high summer. There's still a lot of activity in the streets. You think, Mordai thinks at least, it's not gonna work.
I keep
It
baiting.
might be too early, guys.
Look, but like,
Look on the minimap, they're all fucking top. They're obviously not going to attack you.
You're right, but I gotta go top.
Okay. Alright, maybe we pick this up after you've, had a chat with your
Yeah, if they
father.
let me leave.
You're a grown man. You can leave. When you're
Yeah, I mean, I can. Alright, so what, we want to meet back here in the middle of the night, or if we get attacked on the way here?
I mean, we could probably meet up in the nice parts. and then
Let's
walk
meet at the
down here.
yawning portal. That's just on the way, it's pretty close, it's just before we enter
Yeah,
the
alright,
port.
alright.
Yeah,
Okay,
sounds
So,
maybe-
you know,
we'll go
it'd
hang
be
out at the
interesting to
yawning
see what
portal.
monsters are crawling out the
Maybe I'll see if I can have a chat with Davil while,
Oh, yeah.
I'm still keen to establish how much we can trust him.
So I'll go home. It will go fine. I'll say I'm like heading to renovate the new building, and we're gonna stay there tonight. And if not, then I'll sneak out, and we'll meet up at the fucking whatever the inn I said, the yawning portal. And like, I look at my gold pocket watch, like my father's, family. I'm like, how about dead at night? What the fuck's that?
That sounds like 12.
12?
Yeah, like when everyone's
Alright,
asleep,
12,
I guess.
12, sure. People asleep at fucking 12? No. We'll meet
Probably
at
some.
let's meet at the yawning portal at 12. It should be bustling still, right? The yawning portal doesn't shut at 12, right, Jack?
No.
It's like a sleeping, adventures come at all times of the day.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, well let's meet
Especially
there at
out there.
12. Let's meet there at 12. And then you can get attacked if you really want, Raven.
Nice. Looking forward.
Alright. What are you fuckers gonna do while you go home? You said you were gonna go chat with.
Yeah,
You
we'll hang
want
out a
boss
little
guy?
bit, because it's been at least 20 minutes since I ordered a drink.
Alright. Well, I'll catch you guys at the portal. I might go there early. It depends what happens. I'll just have some drinks, talk to Maloon if he's there.
Okay,
yeah,
so you
I
guys,
suppose.
you head home.
An hour-long journey, they tell me. Maybe like 2 hours even. So we're really far south, and I live pretty fucking north. Is there public transport, Jacko?
Yeah. There's
It's called Rose.
horses and carts. There's even an interesting form of public transport that only Waterdeep has. If you'll give me a moment.
How come we've never been told of this before?
Trams.
You're walking everywhere.
We weren't told there was an alternative.
we could have been doing other stuff, not just walking. Come on, man.
I write the paperbird's name with my father's name, and I can grab hold of it and let it fly me to my destination.
Cannot carry you, you fat fuck.
Oh, if I cast levitate on myself and I did that, do I think it would work, Jacko?
Such fucking.
Yeah.
Delete fucking paper planes from existence.
I think that would work. I don't know. I don't see why not.
Well, the paper bird might try to go places, like through places.
Yeah,
bit.
That might
Can't
be
go.
it.
It's like a physical thing. I can't go through stuff.
Yeah, but it could go like slightly over a building, and you would slam into the building.
Okay, so you have wagons, carts, horses, pony riders, carriages, buggies, hire coaches, and Waterdeep's signature towering drays. What are those?
What are those?
What's a buggy in this kind of context?
Like a horse-drawn carriage that probably seats like 2 people.
So
Oh.
a dray is a towering vehicle invented. You don't know about that. It's a long, glassed-in carriage with a bench that provides additional open-air bench seating on its roof. So it's basically like a glass bubble of some kind, and you can basically a tourist thing, I think. Mostly. You can.
How much is like a
see,
carriage ride, or like I don't
it
know.
has like a proper vantage point, so you can see over the traffic.
Yeah,
How much is it for me to get like public transport from like the dock ward to like the fucking sea ward?
Is that mentioned in the probably not in like the services of the DMG, right?
I can have a look, but I don't think so.
Oh, there's like there's a lot of services in there. I mean, in the
Expenses. Here we go. Chips passage.
Mm,
Coach
Yeah,
cab
that's it.
within a city. 1 copper.
perfect. It is.
Why are we ever walking, you fucks?
Yeah,
It'll speed it up a little bit.
I pay 1 copper and get the bus home, Jacko.
fast travel. He just appears there.
No more random encounters.
Also, it's like double the speed. That makes sense.
Yeah. You see the horse start walking and then just fade away and just appear.
Dude, fucking Ubers are cheap here.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, 1 copper. That's just cost of a drink. What the fuck?
I mean, a bus does cost less than a drink. Now I think about it, like if I'm in London I'm ordering a pint, that's a lot more expensive than like the bus.
Bus does hold a lot of people though.
I mean, a coach cab. I'm assuming
Yeah.
just me.
Yeah. So you're sharing like a cab drawn by horse. With a few
I
people.
make small talk with the person in it.
With few people.
Yeah, but with the person I care about, like the hot chick.
Let me see. Is there a hot chick?
Of course, there's a hot chick.
It's a pretty hot chick.
What? Oh, Jack, I will persuasion, right? You don't.
Wait, let me see.
Hey, it's good to meet you. Name's Max.
Dude, he's that
Yeah, you
fucking. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Like,
Anyway, here's a little song I wrote about you.
just now, baby.
What, Jack?
Yeah, you see a girl with light tan
She's a
skin.
woman, right?
She's a woman.
Okay, yeah, let's get this straight.
Don't
I
call
want
her
to fucking
girls.
please on.
You don't call her girls. Yeah, she's a woman and she has light tan skin and beautiful piercing eyes.
Pierced eyes, man, that's hard. Yeah.
Hardcore.
Piercing eyes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll chat with her. You know, I'll put on the charm.
Okay, yeah, you
spell.
find out she's actually a noble as well.
Dude.
Or well, like,
I introduce myself as Marius Bellini then. You know, this is fine. I'm allowed to chat out chicks with my real name. My dad doesn't mind that. You know,
Yeah.
that's a part of being a noble.
You learn that her name is Asvele Rosnar.
Beautiful name. Enchanted to meet you.
What do you do, Marius?
Oh, I am a member of the city's orchestra, following in my parents' footsteps.
She doesn't seem very interested by this.
But on the weekends, I like to pursue my real dream as being the #1 punk bassist in Waterdeep. Max Voltage, a pleasure to meet you. I like, you know, like.
Tits,
Secret identity, you
fedora.
might say.
Oh,
Interesting.
I kind of shrug. It's like, I'm a man of many mysteries.
Just
People
like
also
where,
have
where,
mind
wherever I am in the city, I just like throw up a little bit.
But
Smooth.
pray tell me, what do you do? I know several nobles in the city, but don't have the pleasure to make your acquaintance yet.
I'm afraid my destiny is to wait for my parents to marry me off to some boring old farts.
I am most ashamed. I'm not most ashamed. I'm most sorry to hear that. I myself know the troubles of having parents who believe they know best for yourself when really you know the truth. Indeed, my own father refuses to see that I am my own man and that it is not up to us to simply follow in our parents' footsteps, but to blaze a new trail for ourselves.
Well, you never know. Destiny is a
Never.
funny thing.
You never know, indeed.
I hope myself every day that something comes upon my path to tear me away from my dreary existence.
I can say you will find opportunity in the strangest of places, I believe. If you simply take a step up the path, it is hard to know where your feet will take you.
She thinks about this for a bit. I say, well, Marius or Max, people often hide themselves behind a mask, but it is nice that you hide it so clearly.
I think I am beginning to see more it is less about having a mask, but more I need to start embracing both sides of myself. And that
I know of that, yes.
yeah. I cannot simply hide who I am, who I was, but should embrace it and learn from it.
It's a very LGBT conversation.
Can you roll me a percentage check for such a
No, it's scary.
You'll get
17?
modifiers. Okay.
17?
Yeah.
And then modifiers. Are they negative or
Yeah.
positive? It's a real question.
Yeah, the coach comes to a stop and she looks out and says, I'm afraid this is my stop. But she leans in and puts a hand on your hand. Says, I look forward to meet you again, Marius. Perhaps our masks will face each other at an upcoming gala of some kind.
It was a
I'll
pleasure.
be looking for you.
It was a pleasure to meet you, my lady. And I go one step further and I kind of kiss her hand in respectful way you do. Yeah, that's what you do.
You can pull it off. You can pull it off.
Yeah. And I and I bid her.
She departs and
Whoa.
you continue on.
Hey, Jack, what's the name? I got it right on my character.
Yeah, I'll give you the
Yeah.
name here.
I mean, my flaw is I'm a sucker for pretty face.
But it's actually your flaw.
That's actually my flaw. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, Jack.
Wait.
My flaw, actually.
Is it possible that you know the last name?
Anything's possible.
Yeah, this is why I'm looking it up right now.
Flaw. Okay.
Roll me a history checking.
History, so it's history. Why no society in this game?
Would you be good at
11.
society?
What is your modifier with charisma? 4, right? So it's 12.
Charisma, yeah, 4. So it's
Oh, yes.
2 more than that.
2 more than that. You have heard. You confirm in your head that Rosnar is a noble family, but you don't know much more than that.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you arrive at your house. I'm not sure how I want to do this because it's gonna be.
It's gonna be a lot of shouting, huh? We can
I think I'm gonna say we'll deal with what happens in the particular conversation after the session, but you'll be allowed to go back. Is that because I know, or we should end it here. Either way, like.
But I
don't.
started pretty late.
Yeah.
Depends how I guess it depends how if you think there will be a better stopping point within time. I don't know how long.
How long?
I don't know how long the whole
Yeah,
we're gonna be
yeah.
is gonna go.
I'm flexible.
I mean, I
It
can
doesn't
play
seem
more,
like a terrible
yeah.
place to stop, but again, I could play more. Like,
I could play pretty much as long as you want.
Tom? I know you're an early boy.
no, if you want to stop, Tom, I don't mind. Like,
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a good point, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't mind an early stop.
Do we level? We stop now, or
play
do we have to
more.
do the missing elf before we level?
We still know you don't level here, but I'm not gonna promise you level. If you
He
do.
doesn't promise, but there's a chance, guys.
But what we could do is you guys on the Ionic Portal because you want to do stuff there, right?
yeah,
Real quick.
let's do. Okay, we talk to Dad. I
Yeah,
just
do
want to talk
that
to Daryl.
stuff.
real
Yeah,
quick.
and then we'll just end.
Well, I want to see if I can.
Yeah.
So when we get there, if any, either of you guys are welcome to come with, but I'm going to go to Yagra because I know Yagra and I know she knows Devil.
Mm-hmm. She is currently, she's here, in her spot. She's like tearing apart like a poor guy that's way too overconfident in like an arm wrestling match. She's
Nice.
after like it basically takes 5 seconds. She yells in frustration like "Come on!" and chases him out of the vestibule. And
I would take a seat on a table like next to them
Mhm.
and just order food.
Okay.
Just order dinner, you know.
Makes sense.
Yeah, you see, Bonnie comes up to you and says, "Have you heard anything yet?"
Nothing for now. I'm having all the ears that are that I can muster, keeping an eye out. But
my friends they haven't heard anything here. It's as if he disappeared from the face of the earth.
it's very
Well, at
strange.
least, thank you for looking out. At least, I'm sure he will.
Now I understand that you can't tell me what it's about. But could you at least tell me which part of the city he would need to go to deal with whatever problem?
Oh,
Any leads would
I
be
don't
necessary.
think it is related.
Yes, but if he disappeared, if he disappeared in the process or after doing whatever he helped you with, he might have disappeared in that part of the city. Any lead would be helpful. Narrowing down somewhat other than inside Waterdeep would be quite helpful.
She thinks about it for a bit. Okay, I'm sorry, Jess. I can't tell you, and there's many lives at stake here. Maybe. What I'll do, you have given me an idea. I'll find out this myself to see if he was around. And she just looks away at that part of town, and I will let you know. And if I get permission to tell you what is happening, then I will do that as well.
That don't force yourself, Bonnie. Yes. I'll do what I can. Yes. Any information you can give me would be helpful as well.
Of course. Now enjoy your evening. Let us trouble this too much. And she gives you the dinner and the drink. And
Yep. How much money is that?
Food. Bread. Loaf of bread is 2 copper brown. Meals. Okay, here. A squalid meal is 3 copper. Poor meal is 6 copper. Modest meal is 3 silver.
Fucking do
Yeah.
3 silver.
Okay, comfortable is 5 silver. Wealthy is 8 silver. Aristocratic 2 gold pieces. Wow.
Ooh. No.
Is 3 silver.
I do the 3 silver one.
Okay. Yeah, get a bonus meal, some potatoes and some vegetables. Cool. Yeah, and Raven, you wasn't to go to
Yagra. I just sit down at Yagra's table after she's done kicking that guy's ass. Yagra.
Yeah, she does. Raven.
How's the evening?
It's been a while.
Yeah,
You know. Hi there, Noe. Come on.
Listen.
Just the inn is full of weaklings, you know. It's the usual.
Yagra, what do you think the chances are I could get him to see Davil some point this evening?
Well, if you hurry up, you might catch him. But usually, he's got a bit of a reverse thing going on with this inn. He usually leaves around the evening time.
Say no more. I'll go see if I can catch him before he does.
Well, hold on now there, Raven. I mean, I like you and all, but you can't just go up to the boss like that. You're not part of the crew, you know?
I turn towards her and I say, isn't Gentarim crew?
Well, I mean, I hope you figured it out at this point.
Yeah, but I mean, this is kind of business that involves potential elements of the Gentarim trying to kill us. I don't know if I necessarily want to involve every element of the Gentarim in getting to the bottom of this. I mean, I'll tell you because you're a friend, but going straight to the boss, maybe that is kind of what I want to do here.
All right. Okay, just bring the newbie with you. Bring Mordai with you. All right.
Yeah, okay, makes sense.
He's got the badge. He's got permission.
I stick my fingers in my mouth and whistle at Mordai, who I don't know where he is, but I assume he's not like next to me.
He said he was next to you.
Yeah, he's literally next to you.
Mordai, yeah, I whistle at him anyway. Mordai, let's go.
Yeah, dog. I'm back to you, man. Don't need to whistle for me.
Got you, man.
Alright, you guys go
Don't
upstairs.
spook me like that.
I'll just let you use the conversation, you know.
Okay.
The other members know.
Yeah, you guys go up to Dalva's office, knock. you
Okay,
hear a
actually,
voice,
on the way up, I want to say to Mordai, okay, Mordai, level with me before we go. And what do you know about this Erstil Floxen? Like, what's your position on this?
Literally all I told you. Like I said, my dad mentioned him offhandedly at some point in the past.
Alright.
In a bad way. And if my dad didn't like him, I'll tell you I don't like him.
But you do trust Davil.
Yes.
Let's see how well placed that trust is. I'll let you do the asking. It will probably sound better coming from you.
Probably.
Okay, you guys
So we did a knock on the door thing.
knock. You hear a slightly surprised enter.
Open the door.
Yeah, you see Davil is actually standing like in the corner next to like a coat rack. He's putting on a traveling cloak. Oh, Mordoi, how may I help you?
We have come with a question.
Oh, is this relating to your current job? Any progress on the old, elf murder business?
We're on it. We're gonna do a little bit more of a investigation in a couple of hours when it gets more dark.
All right. I do wish to see you succeed. I've told my people to lay low for a while, but it's bad for business,
We're on it, boss. We're on it.
Thank you. In the meantime, it's just innocent people getting murdered, and
Exactly.
it's only gonna get the
It's
watershed.
not a good look.
Right.
Agreed.
All right. So, what is it you wish me to see? I've got a few minutes.
Does the name Erstil Flox? Am I pronouncing it right? Erstil Floxen.
Mhm.
Is that the correct name?
Yeah. that's good.
Erstil Flox. Does the name Erstil Floxen ring a bell?
He stops his movements. He looks at you. Can you just repeat that name for one time, please?
Erstil Floxen.
He takes off his traveling cloak, puts it back on the coat rack, goes to his desk, and motions for you guys to join him at the table in the chair.
Raven look. A look that's very much like, okay. Let's sit down. I said go to sit down.
Now, oh, you rolled inside. Yeah, you. Raven, you get a. He obviously recognizes the name. Yeah, you get a hit of annoyance.
Muted.
You're muted though. But...
My bad. Alright, cool. Annoyance.
Yeah, and he says, "Now, where in the gods could you have possibly heard that name?"
Well,
Hey, we asked first.
Yes, but
also,
I am the boss. Is the
that is true.
problem here?
To answer very literally, on top of Mount Waterdeep.
And what brought you to Mount Waterdeep? A different thing. Okay, I don't want to get into your side businesses.
Yeah, it's a different thing. But now,
Raven. I'll do the same insight check. He doesn't seem to be aware of any business happening up on Mount Waterdeep.
Now, I can see that the name rings a bell, and I've heard the name before from my father in a bad way. So I'm kind of assuming certain things about this gentleman, but we don't know any details. So if we could learn a bit more.
Well. I hate to disappoint you, Mordoi, but as far as I knew, Erstil Floxen was dead.
Hey, that's good info.
Good.
Certainly
Yeah.
livens it up a little bit.
I I mean, he was obviously tied to our organization, as you probably know from the dealings with your father.
Yeah.
He...
Chance he's still alive?
That would depend. I would think not, but what is the context that you found his name on Mount Waterdeep? Where did you hear
Yeah.
it? What happened?
There were a group of thugs with the initially we thought to be City Watch, based on the way they disguised themselves, holding a fortified position most of the way up the path. They ambushed us when we approached, and we killed most of them and let one of the...
Let me get this straight. There were thugs dressed as City Watch on the mountain.
Just
where
hanging
nobody
out.
ever comes. That's a pretty bad place to set up an ambush.
They had a letter. For some reason, Erstal Floxen had asked them to do it, and he paid them to be there for a long time.
Any clue of what their role there was? Their duty, their job?
They attacked without provocation. So,
Were they guards?
whatever they were doing, I mean, they were controlling a gate, preventing people from getting further up the mountain.
Like up to the top.
Well,
like, does he look like he knows what's up the mountain? He said he a second ago that was specifically what he told me he didn't know. Okay, cool, yeah. Okay, so I study that for a couple of seconds just to like see if I get anything. I don't tell him about Flam or anything. I keep it up. I say anyway. Look, my thinking was, I think coming here is that what with Candle Lane and now this, it does seem that as much as you keep telling us we can trust you, there's some sort of rogue element or faction within the Gentarim that might not specifically have it out for us, but it does keep almost killing us. So as much as I don't really feel like I have an innate right to stick my nose in your business, in this particular case, could you explain what's going on? Is this one group? Is it all connected? What is this guy up to, Erstal Floxen?
Look. The Zentrum, they have a bit of a rocky past. It's not always been as clean-cut and upright as it currently is, you know? Ways back, before the Doom Raiders became the de facto leaders of the Zentrum of Waterdeep, there was a bit of a civil war within the faction. This was long ago, almost 100 years ago at this point. Now, Ursel was always a bit of a strange one. He was a die-hard fanatic, you might say, of the old ways. He was a bit of a... Yeah, fanatic is a good word. He would worship our old leader and the cutthroat values that he would use. I never really understood the man. He was crazed. And at a certain point, that becomes a problem. Once we returned, he had a lot of enemies at his back. I believed him to be buried somewhere outside of the city with a dagger buried within him. Of course, now it's starting to look like that might be a different body altogether. Look, I rightly don't really know who the fuck is behind all of this. They might be using Floxen's name just as an intimidation tactic. Who knows?
But if it's so long ago, why would his name be an intimidation thing?
I don't know. There's we have many enemies. We have a lot of information about our faction. Many jealous people that wish to be in our place.
Of course.
Look, if I'm gonna put a bounty on this name, if you happen to find him or whoever is impersonating him and kill him, I'll make it worth your while.
It's good to know.
Agreed.
I think our interests are aligned once again. They
Alright, Davil.
seem to have a trouble with
This
you,
seems
right?
to make enough sense. I trust you don't know anything more about this guy. That's Thanks for the information. If we do come
Thanks,
across them, yeah, sure. We'll come to you for remuneration after we've made our disappointment clear with them.
Alright, well, good luck with the whole stabbing the elves business. Hope you make it out
We
alright.
got that.
It's not what we're going to be doing. We're going to be finding the person who's doing that.
We've been doing many things.
Don't wish me luck with the stabbing of the elves. That's not my plans for the
Who
evening.
knows? The killer might be an elf. You don't know.
Alright. Anyway, we're going to go wait and see if Max ever turns up again. See you, Devil. Thanks for the intel again.
The killer just
Bye, boss.
fucking
It's
devil.
always a pleasure, Mordai. And
So can I bow and like,
he just kind of
Leave
trails
the
off.
I just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Probably better for me you don't remember. Get out
He
of here.
starts putting on his cloak again, but let you
Fair.
leave.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's a solid ending points. You guys are waiting for Max at the Ionic portal. Max
Yeah.
is gonna have a little Sanasipa.
Gesundheit? What?
A little amuse bouche with the parents.
Yeah.
Whoa, hang on a second now.
Delicious.
And yeah, you guys unfortunately don't quite love him.
So sad.
What a shame.
Guarantee
What
next
a
time, though.
shame.
Oh, roll.
When are we gonna
hopefully
play
have-
next, though? Is the question.
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
I can
Tuesday's
do
good for me.
I'm free Tuesday. I don't
Like-
even work
Wow.
then.
Like we're meant to play, you know?
what a time to be alive.
Playing our campaign on a Tuesday?
I'm
Good plan.
free Tuesday.
Incredible.
Insane.
Time to be alive.
Bank holiday.
Uh,
Oh yeah, it's fucking
Stop
whatever.
streaming.